Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I loved it. My name's Jay Milne. #Blue. Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid? You might be on to something. All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Dun, da, da, da.
Are you kidding me? What is happening, nasties, on this interesting weather on a Monday, June 29th? We'll take it. Interesting off-topic topic to come based off of the recent events, weather-wise. Welcome to the Reid Wilkins Show. My name is Jay Milne. Reid is off today, so I have the pleasure of being joined by the one and only, the most recent hire at Edmonton Sports Talk, Ben Thomson, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Thank you. The round of applause for everyone in the studio is incredible. Thank you, guys. Appreciate
Now, you're
it.
wondering, why are these two, like, although I'd like to say we dressed up for Benny, is this like, okay, let's start here. Is this your first time? I know this is our first time, like, going at it together.
Yeah.
But, like, I've been off before. Have you sat in the big chair?
Never in the big chair.
Okay.
Never in the big chair. I've filled in for Zach, and it was just Reid alone here. I've done that a couple times. But I would say, like, those are, I mean, I'm in producer mode in those moments.
Right. But now we get
now this is my first time on the desk for a full show.
Wow. And we get fully unfiltered, unleashed Ben Thomson.
Fully unfiltered.
Fully unfiltered. I'm not sure I like that. But you might be wondering, why are these two young men, well, young so much here? Why is Jay, who, sorry if I confuse you for the EST senior political correspondent today. I've been referred to as if I had been working for major news networks breaking down, like I feel like I should throw it to Coob at the map, at the big board, breaking down the races throughout the United States. Red, blues, undetermined. I think I could do.
We got an update in Wyoming.
Yeah, we should just have breaking news throughout the entire show, where I throw to Coob. Oh wait, Coob, what can you tell us about what's going on in northern Iowa right now?
Yeah, northern Iowa. You know, things are happening, things are moving and shifting. It's a close race though, and we'll keep tabs on it.
Okay,
way to say a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, I know.
That was pretty much
that was pretty good.
BS answer.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Probably not far from the truth.
Both sides are trying. Yeah.
True.
Benny, do 419 days. Does that have any significance to you?
419 days?
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Or how about 10,056 hours?
Is that right?
Ring a bell?
No, not really. No.
How about 603,360 seconds?
Man, no.
Do you know you've been working at Edmonton Sports Talk for 603,360 seconds, and this is the big chair chance you deserve.
That. Thank you. Thank you.
419 days since you were brought on as now May 6th, 2025.
Okay. Yeah.
That was when you were
A practicum student.
Yes. And how long did you do that?
For 4 months. Then I was hired here part-time in late August, early September, I want to say. Something along those lines.
June, July. Yeah, math checks out.
Yeah.
And you were doing social media, which you did a fantastic job on. And if you want a good laugh, go check it out, because we put together a Modern Measure Monday video. This is our final, I guess, hurrah. We've been doing Modern Measure Mondays for quite a while here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I believe Reid and I did ours first, and just what can you say about, Richie and Jared down at Modern Measure? Wonderful guys. I know earlier on the Hangout, Joe Balaneski, who was on today, wonderful guest, great CFL insight, great mind, as well as Dash in the Park. You guys did fantastic. Joe was asking, what's one of these? What's one of these cost a fella? And I just like, if you want to get a custom suit, it's got the custom liner, it's got the you can get a two-piece suit customized
Oh yeah,
for under $1,000. Like
it is awesome.
Well under $1,000. So if you're thinking about it and you're humming and hawing, just go check them out. Talk to Richie or Jared. Tell them the fellas at EST sent you. It's not as expensive as you would think.
No.
Because you think custom, you think all of this extra stitching.
The quality would make it feel like it's expensive.
You would think, but
Yes.
you know, I don't know how they do it. None of my business. I'm just happy to be a recipient of
Yes.
it. They do fantastic work. And you know what? They're good guys. They're family guys. They're a small business here in Edmonton. So why not go support them as opposed to the, you know, off the rack stuff? Go get something that fits you, that's custom, modern measure.
At the Edmonton Tower.
The Edmonton Tower. Check them out. And also a reminder, you are watching us live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Wonderful partners of ours here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Good day, bad day. Either way, happy hour is on at the Canadian Brewhouse. Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. with deals starting at $3.99. The Canadian Brewhouse, your days just got happier. Well, Reid's off today, but don't worry, he will be back in the big chair tomorrow as well. But Koob, am I not mistaken? Did he send or did he have Chet pre-record something so that, you know, we can keep this, whatever you call, well, I guess it is the Bear headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear. Listen to them or stream them on iHeartRadio. Did Reid get a chance to connect with Chet?
It's very weird. Like, I've never really talked to Chet Palmer myself. He kind of just comes in, does his thing, maybe say a quick hi. But yeah, Reid was able to connect with him.
All right, let's get to Chet Palmer then for 100.3 The Bear.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. That win over South Africa sure was a ticker tester. The last time I was this proud to be Canadian, Lester B was bringing in the Maple Leaf. Brazil advanced against Japan. You know, I've always loved those Brazilian steakhouses. Hey, Jason Milne, is that a skewer of beef in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? The Bluebirds have lost 6 in a row. That's all, said my brother-in-law from the roulette table. I'm Chet Palmer.
Okay, and on
chat.
cue, Reid Wilkins is in the nasty chat. He has provided his thumb up. A reminder to all you listening, watching on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up. It helps us with our algorithm. It helps spread the good word of Edmonton Sports Talk. Coop, play the song.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please click. Must you click? You must click. Dum.
All right, Benny, how was your weekend, buddy?
Was good. Really relaxing, actually. A lot of buddies were busy, so I kind of sat back and like watched sports. Did some house cleaning. I golfed by myself Friday night because it was. I thought it was the only time to golf this weekend.
It's a good time to get it in because it was raining. It was quite bad.
Yeah, mosquitoes were bad that night, but survived. And I actually got off, played 9 holes in like a little over an hour.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah,
I love speed golf.
Just got it done. And just basically chilled out at home. What about you?
Yeah, well, I mean, yesterday was my daughter's birthday, my oldest daughter's birthday.
Nice.
Happy birthday, Grace.
Yes.
But it was Canada soccer. I mean,
course.
that stole the show. And we're going to get into that throughout the show. Coming up at 3:40, we've got Ross Ongaro, former national team member. He played with Team Canada at the U20 level, but he's Edmonton's soccer guy.
Mm-hmm.
You want a soccer reference from Edmonton, he's the guy. He's going to join us by video, 3:40. And you know, we want your reaction from this as well. Later in this segment, we're going to talk about what that meant for Benny and I, where we were, how we, because I honestly believe this is up there with one of those where were you moments.
Oh, absolutely.
In Canadian sports history. I mean, I know where I was during the golden goal.
Yep.
I know where I was when Donovan Bailey ran the 100-meter and won the gold. I mean, that you might have been too young.
No, I was too young
for that, but I know exactly where I was at that time.
You want me to nerd out here?
Yes, nerd out. That's what this is all about, Ben.
From 2022 to, I guess I could probably do this year now too. It'd be pretty easy. I can tell you exactly where I was for every single Edmonton Oilers playoff game.
Really?
Yep.
Well, recently it's been here.
Well, yeah. Last, I was gonna say last. I guess I could do last year. 6 games in this office. No, but it's funny. There's a guy on the YouTube channel. I believe his name is Danny9. He comes up with these compilations of like all Edmonton Oilers goals on their playoff runs. And so since 2022, I believe I've been able to, like, whenever it cuts to the next game, I go, oh, I remember where I was for that one.
Really?
So I actually have a pretty good memory for that. 2025 is a little dicey for me for some reason, but everything else is fine.
Where were you for the shellacking in Edmonton when the Oilers blew out the Panthers?
8-1.
Yeah.
I was in the pit, not the Moss pit, but the other one, the fan park. I was in the fan park. There was was that the night Shania played? I think Shania played that night, maybe. Yeah, she did.
I still don't believe that that's Shania Twain.
It was.
I believe she's dressed up as somebody else. Like that does not look to me like Shania Twain. I mean, she's royalty in Canada, but enough is enough.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't even recognize. I showed my wife a picture of her.
Yeah.
It showed up on Instagram, and I'm like, that's Shania Twain. Couldn't believe it.
I can tell you what Shania Twain looks like when she was younger. This is all.
Well, she looked different.
Okay. okay.
I'll tell you that for free. Jody Cerner in the chat, or Jay Cerner, sorry. Whoa, why is Jay all dressed up? Court? No. Thankfully, I'm not appearing in court today. Possibly down the road.
That might be tomorrow.
Yeah,
right?
it's Modern Measure Monday. It's the final wrap-up of Modern Measure Mondays. Every show today. Morning show, Hangout Maddie was dressed up, Lock Shop, Oil Stream, EST Afternoons with Her Night and Walk. Everybody was was dressed up. If you want to look as good as the fellas at EST, check out Modern Measure. Talk to Jared and Richie. Tell them the good guys at EST sent you down there. So we're going to get into your soccer reaction. We've got also Justin Dunk coming up from, just a little bit of a look around throughout the CFL. BC, 0-3, Betty boy. This is
Rourke ain't liking that.
Rourke's looked questionable.
Yeah.
Rourke and that whole staff, they got to figure something out and quick, because guess what? They got the 3-0 Edmonton Elks coming their way, and Edmonton has a chance to put a pretty big stamp on this game and on their season, as well as the BC Lions season. A divisional opponent, being able to send them to 0-4, like so many other teams have done to the Elks in past years, that would be a lovely situation.
Nice.
Said we're gonna go ahead.
Live update. Paraguay 1-0 over Germany in the World Cup.
Wow.
Just scored. So it might be call back. Are they looking at VR? But
in the 41st minute.
41st minute, Paraguay up 1-0.
It's actually the 42nd minute.
Or 42nd.
I didn't understand that.
And it's an advance move. Look at that.
Now it's the 43rd minute.
Yeah, because it rolls over to 42-0-0.
I mean, it's just one of these
Soccer's
things.
just different, man.
Yeah, soccer is different. Matt's about to come out here and yell at us, I'm sure. Oh,
here he is.
Cue.
Pre-fire.
Right
what a
on
pre-fire.
0 to 59.
Oh, I understand the logistics of it.
Yeah.
We get it, Maddie, okay? No, I understand. I misspoke.
So this is the 43rd minute.
We're in the 43rd.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, would Paraguay over Germany be a major upset?
This would
Be
this
a
would
big one.
substantial.
Be a big one.
Still have to go.
I might not show up to
Well,
work tomorrow if
of
Germany
course, there's
loses.
still half. We're only in the 43rd minute, fellas.
It's 1-0, not 1-0.
1-0.
Okay. Sorry. That's
The only goal to
that's the hockey
Paraguay.
in me.
The off-topic topic is brought to you by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job at the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. With that, I said we're going to have a little bit of fun with this one today, because we could have the "where were you" comments about soccer, but we're going to get to that throughout the show. So if you feel like that was a "where were you, what were you doing" moment, feel free to share that. But the off-topic topic has to do with something that everybody that's listening, watching, has been dealing with in recent days. Ben, you know this.
Yeah.
You know that we have horses out at the Milne Ranch.
Right.
I have never seen this in my life.
Okay.
Our horses, my wife went outside last night. I actually didn't see it. She was the one dealing with it. She told me about it. I have never heard anything like this in my life. She opened the barn doors just to go in there and get stuff in, and there's a walkway through where you can get to the other side of the barn. And two of the horses ran into the barn to try get away from
Mosquitoes?
the mosquitoes.
They're
it
just
is
like us.
that bad that horses are trying to find any way to deal with them. I mean, it's disgusting.
Yeah,
I can't go outside without full head coverage. Like, you almost need a face mask.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid you wear shorts. Like, you can't. It's terrible.
I'm gonna catch some today. And
the worst thing is, and this, tell me if you have been there, done that. I was driving to work today, and of course my car is full of mosquitoes. I opened the door for 3 seconds. Why wouldn't there be 10 mosquitoes in the car? So I got one. Like on my thigh.
Yeah.
Blood everywhere.
Oh,
I'm like,
worst.
great. Now I'm on the yellow head. I can't wash my hands.
Nope.
My kids are too old. We don't even have wet naps. I had to drive to work one-handed. So I'm like, whose bloody blood is this on my hand?
I was driving last week, I think it was on Thursday, and saw one in my car, and I went and hit against the windshield, blood splatter everywhere. I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like, this is... I was asking you guys off the air, like, I don't know the scientific term, like, why mosquitoes are so prevalent right now. Like obviously they're bad, but you guys were saying it's because it's wet outside.
I believe. Now, I want to reach out to the guy. There's a City of Edmonton has a bug guy. I think you've seen him. If you've lived here long enough, you'd probably know he rolls out on CTV News, Global News, wearing like a Tilly hat. Okay. He looks like he's on an African safari, but he plays the part right.
Okay.
He's the bug guy. I think it has to do with moisture. With the ground being so wet and there being so much standing water.
Okay.
Because there was risks of floods. I mean, everybody's lawns have been super soaked. Coob, you got any more information on that?
A quick search up. It's moisture creating like the ideal breeding sites as well.
Yeah.
So it could also pull them out from areas that, they're nesting as well, where the water rises. So I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, like hundreds of mosquitoes. I've had that same problem.
Right.
There's a mosquito that I'm going to name him because he's basically my friend now at that point. He hasn't left my car this entire time, this last week. He's getting lonely in there.
You should kill him, Coob. So it's the rain. NASCAR Nolan says it's the rain. So here's the off-topic topic for William Huff. Send in your mosquito hacks. What are you using? Everybody's got their own things. Like Rob Mahoney says, bros have never heard of mosquito coils, apparently.
What?
No, Rob Mahoney.
You have not?
Never.
Like, what is that? Like,
what is that?
Is that like incense?
Well, essentially, yeah, what it is. I mean, it's in the name. It's a coil, and you light it, and it just sits there and burns very slowly, and it emits some sort of scent that repels mosquitoes.
Really?
It's very good for
That's news
camping
to
as
me.
well.
Okay, so mosquito coils. I'm gonna have to look into that.
That's a big one. Yeah.
Yep.
Every time I go camping.
Now,
must
everybody
have.
like citronella, right? Everybody's
What,
heard of those citronella candles.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Apparently those work, but
I'm
like
going
I
a lot
need
here.
something like nuclear.
Like a flamethrower.
I got like bug spray. I don't know. This has got to be a myth. You can guys tell me if I'm wrong, but I've done this since I was a kid. Whenever it's for when you get the bite. So I don't have anything for before the bite. Bug spray, that's about it. And I hate the smell of bug spray. So I usually just eat it. It's like whatever.
You need stuff for the afterbite?
Like no, I'm saying for afterbite stuff, this is what I've been doing.
Okay.
I don't know if this is a myth, but apparently if you make an X with your fingernail on the bite and you don't itch it, it goes away. That could totally be a myth, but I've been doing that since like elementary school, and I still do to this day.
Do you think it helps?
No, there's not because
I'm like, it could be a placebo.
But to be fair, though, I'm bad with itching anyway. So you tell me not to itch it, I'm going to itch it eventually. So I don't know if I'm actually like going through with the process that you're supposed to, but I'm telling you, since in elementary school, it was like, oh, if you have a mosquito bite, you put an X in it with your fingernail.
Oh, what?
You make
Seriously?
yes.
No, I've never heard of that one.
And then if you don't itch it, it goes away.
You need some aloe vera.
Is that like pain transfer of some sort? Like you're just saying, I pushed it,
Yeah.
See, that maybe it's more of a mental thing. I don't know. But I do know this. This is what we put on the girls, and it works really well. Calamine lotion.
Okay.
Okay. It's like pink. It looks like Pepto-Bismol.
Oh, really?
But you shake it up. Calamine lotion. You just rub a little bit of it on the bite.
Yeah.
Instantly, it's not see-through. Like you'll see that you have it. But if you want to have a decent sleep without scratching yourself all night, calamine lotion is the trick. So that's it. Send in your mosquito hacks. What works for you? I know I have this. It's like a propane tank adapter. It sits on top of a propane tank, and it emits this scent that attracts mosquitoes, and then they all
die there.
They all have their send off there. So yeah, send us. I've never heard of this this candle thing.
Yeah,
the mosquito coils.
Coil.
Yeah, mosquito coil. They're usually green. They're in some sort of I don't know, generic looking packaging. They don't stand out too crazy, but if you could probably find them on Amazon or something. Now one thing that I was thinking, and in the nasty chat too, dragonflies are your best friends from Rob Mahoney. Just start breeding dragonflies, boys.
No,
that might be easier.
My dad started praying mantis eggs, put them around the yard. That's been helping us with
praying mantis eggs.
Yeah.
How do you find those?
But what do you got?
You got a guy?
He's got
third
the
party.
That's a question for my dad. That's a
Mantis
question.
egg dealer.
That's the question for my dad. He's in the nasty
Billy,
chat,
you still got those eggs?
Then he's starting to crack.
I don't know.
under pressure.
I just remember him coming home one day. He's like, I have these for.
Well, he knows that Tilly hat guy.
Shovelhead says, you are right, Jay. It's all about the standing water where they lay the eggs. Years ago on the farm, we would light a smudge for the cattle. Might have to start some smudges. That's just like a brush fire where it just continually burns. You know, that the smoke probably.
If you had to, back to the dealer.
Praying mantis egg dealer.
Don't open up the nasty chat. If you had to guess a marketplace or a store around Edmonton that would be the dealer for this, where would you think?
For praying mantis eggs?
Yes.
Oh, it's probably something crazy like Co-op on the north side.
No, I'm talking like very general here.
They sell eggs?
No, yes, but like this place has got everything.
PV Mart.
No,
the Dollar Tree.
that's
a good guess. Like, I don't know, Safeway? What?
Costco.
Costco sells praying mantis eggs?
Costco.
I was thinking Costco too, man. Wow.
Costco, if you need anything, Costco's got it, I guess. That's what.
Hang on. The Bone says this. He says, I deal with mosquitoes by paddling to the middle of a body of water because they can't fly over water. That can't be true. They are born in water.
Are they?
We might be getting Henwade live here.
Jeez.
Stove says also build bat houses. I've heard of this. Bats eat a ton of mosquitoes. All right. Well, we're off and running here. A reminder, if you're watching us on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed to Edmonton Sports Talk, we're over 15.2 thousand subscribers, trying to get to 16,000 here. You are listening to Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Coming up, we've got Fired Up. We're going to talk about our Where Were You moment for the Steven Eustáquio goal in the 92nd minute yesterday that will send Canada to the round of 16. Ben Thomson joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. But first, we hear from the Coob.
The Oilers have issued qualifying offers to Colton Dach, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All four players are pending restricted free agents. Staying in Edmonton, the Oilers, they've announced their development camp roster. That includes 14 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 5 goaltenders. Camp gets going tomorrow. And for the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in a pair of preseason games with the team this season. In soccer, the group of 32 continues. Germany trails Paraguay 1-0 at halftime. Meanwhile, Canada awaits their next opponent. Whoever wins tonight's match between Morocco and the Netherlands will play Canada on Saturday. To the hardwood, the Grizzlies have traded two-time NBA All-Star John Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. MLB action. It's the Blue Jays challenging the Mets for the first of 3 games. Toronto on a 7-game slide. Trey Savage takes them out for the Jays. First pitch just after 5 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More with Jay Milne, Ben Thomson. Up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Great questions. Great. According to Mike, they were great questions.
They were unbelievable.
He said that a lot. There's a lot to unpack here.
Any of them.
But yeah, well, my God, he does not seem like a changed man. He's a brilliant X's and O's guy. That's what everybody said. There was zero accountability for anything that had happened in the past.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour. July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh. Emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
This is Shaq and you're listening to Edmonton Sports Talk.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Ben Thomson. A reminder, you can hit us up at the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, which is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino, where the kitchen restaurant Sundays and Mondays is 50% off the entire menu. That's available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. to close. That's today, Ben.
What?
That would be a perfect thing to do. Finish up with the Reid Wilkins Show. Head on over to the River Cree Resort and Casino. Go to the kitchen restaurant. Anything off the menu, 50% off. Ben, what's coming in on the inbox?
Bones replying to what we were talking about in the last segment. I should have said larger bodies of water that can only fly so long and are unable to float like some other insects. Talking on the mosquito topic. Brent P says, you don't want to build bat houses and invite bats to your property. I have a coworker who had some bat's nests in his attic and he is paying a mortgage on an uninhabitable house now.
Jeez.
from Brent P. Chris Purper says, fragrances like perfume attract bugs. So I guess avoid those.
No Axe deodorant?
No Axe deodorant. Jeez, man. Did you was that popular for you guys growing up? Because I know Zach and I have had our run-ins with
Axe was where it was at.
Really?
That was the poor man's cologne.
That was.
I mean,
$6 at the dollar store, man. You can't get any better.
That was the worst. If someone had Axe spray, you
could smell it. The whole class.
The whole class smelled it.
Well,
it was horrible. You got bullied.
As young men or boys would do. They spray on way too much of it.
Well, on the can, it says to do a number 7 over your body. So shoulder to shoulder and then cross body from your far shoulder.
It says
down to your
can.
hip. I swear that's what it did. So I'd do that every time and I'd be like, man, I stink.
Yeah, no.
Not even a good scent.
I would rather smell like BO than Axe. I'd rather.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes,
No.
There's a difference. Axe, like the actual, like the one you put in your armpit. The
That's
stick,
fine.
The stick, fine.
Yeah.
The spray, miss me with that.
No,
awful. Never.
BO is the ultimate turnoff. BO, get out of here. I would talk to you personally. I'd say, you smell. Go wash your armpits or leave. Evacuate the office. You can't be around.
Axe spray might be worse, man.
Somebody, no, it's not.
Some of those, the scents for Axe spray, man. I've been in situations where you could smell somebody walking like 30 feet ahead of you with that on. You can't smell BO from that far.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. You have to be.
There's strategies to you keep your distance from people.
No, you don't lift
you don't lift your arms up. Well, there's certain times
we've all been there.
Jay,
no go.
Jay, there's been times where you've been sweating and you don't have a deodorant stick on you, and you're in a situation where you need to address the situation. And go, okay, I need to go to a deodorant, but there's people around me. I don't want to make people
go to the bathroom and wash your armpits.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Fair.
It's a free country.
Well, it's a little hard though when your school only has
some hand soap into the armpits.
Man.
Okay.
No paper towel in the bathrooms.
Figure it out, Coop.
Nowadays.
Figure it out. You got to figure that out.
TP, baby. TP for the BO.
All right. We've got former national team member Ross Ongaro coming up in about 10 or 12 minutes. Stefano Eustachio scores the goal for Canada in the 92nd minute.
Yes.
And that's going to get us fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. If I can find this one. Gemco Fireplaces has been proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years and are the authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. Benny, where were you?
Oh, for the goal yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all, this could be. I know this isn't the Nielsen show, but I got a beef. Okay,
go ahead.
Tommy guns. Okay, Tommy.
Something happened to you, Ben? Are you okay?
Tommy Guns has an app to book your haircuts with. Which, if you guys can't tell, I got a haircut yesterday.
Looking sharp.
Nice haircut.
Don't get used to
looking dapper.
No hat, Benny. And so I try to book an appointment with Tommy Guns, and their app is down. And every time it acts like it's working, and then all the way to the point where it says book, it says problem, error, call this number. I call the number. No answer. So then I'm like, okay, I'm going to give it 10 minutes. I give it 10 minutes. I call. They answer. They say, put you on hold. Okay. I get put on hold. And then about 5 minutes later, lady goes, okay, how can I help you? I'm like, I'm just looking to book an appointment for a haircut. Quickest time. I don't care, but who's the barber? She's like, okay. It sounded like she said 50 minutes.
50.
50. I literally said, I'm like, 50, not 15, 50. She goes, yes, 50, 50. I'm like, okay, sounds good. That was right before the Canada game started. So I was only planning on missing
half the first half.
Yes. I drive down there because there's no, you can't see on the app or anything because it's down. I drive up. It was an hour and 50 minutes of a wait for a haircut. So then I had to turn around. I'm like, okay. So I turned around, went back home. So caught a little bit of the game. And then I went home for 10 minutes and then got up and had to turn around and go back to Tommy Guns. And then the haircut took a while.
But you can watch the game there, no?
The barber did not have the TV on.
Oh, you must demand.
You didn't ask?
I didn't ask. I'm the type of guy that's just like, just do what you gotta do, man. I'll stick it out.
Well, every time I've been there, some great serve. They'd be like, "Hey man, anything you want on the TV?"
No, I know. This barber didn't ask me anything.
They have TVs there for you.
They do in the mirror.
Say.
In the mirror. But yeah, no, they didn't have it up or anything. So whatever. Long story short.
You were in a barber's chair during.
I was in a barber's chair for a majority of the game. I got home and walked up to my dad's room. I was like, "How's the game been?" He goes, "They just threw Davies in. Things are turning around here." I was like, "Oh," and I was in the barber seat as I'm getting dings from Jay Milne. What are these refs doing? So
I was a little bit upset.
So then,
you know how I feel about refereeing in general.
Oh, I get it. And so I get home and I'm watching my dad, and sure enough, and then my dad stole my coffee that I left on the counter as I was going back to the going back to get my haircut. But I watched the goal with my dad in his room.
Oh, fun.
So I got to catch the goal and everything. I caught like the final 15 minutes of the game, and that was about it.
Yeah, we were at a local establishment. We took my daughter out for her birthday dinner. It was her birthday yesterday, as I mentioned. And I got to be honest, I loved the vibes. I mean, people were showing up for this Canada soccer game, which, okay, we're used to seeing that for hockey games, for Olympics, or Four Nations face-off. But for Canada soccer to pack an establishment, I think that was incredible. And then when Alphonso Davies came on, the whole bar erupted. It was pretty special. Now, I know our next guest, Ross Ongaro, is waiting. So we're going to get to him because I know he wants to get back to this Germany-Paraguay game. And I want to get his reaction because this is somebody that's been involved with this, Canada soccer at one point with the U20 program. But he's been in soccer in Edmonton, and he's our soccer guy. He's the guy you got to ask to. So I want to know what it meant to him. So we're going to get to Ross Ongaro right after the break. But first, Zachary, take it away.
The Oilers have issued qualifying offers to Colton Dach, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All 4 players are pending restricted free agents. Staying in Edmonton, 27 total players will take part in this week's Oilers development camp, including 14 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 5 goalies. For the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in a pair of preseason games with the Green and Gold this season. To soccer, the group of 32 continue Germany-Paraguay. Just about to exit halftime. It's 1-0 in favor of Paraguay. Meanwhile, Canada awaits their next opponent. Whoever wins the match tonight between Morocco and the Netherlands will play Canada on Saturday. To the NBA, it's the Grizzlies. They've traded 2-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. To the MLB, the Jays and Mets are in action just after 5 o'clock for the first of 3 total games in their series. Trey Savage takes the mound for Toronto. On the other side of the break, we talk all things Canada soccer with Ross Ongaro next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Doc, don't mind. Here's hoping that he signs. I like him as a player.
I think that's something that gets done, right?
I think he's wanting to be here in Edmonton. But Jorventi, that whole situation still kind of confuses me. And then Spencer Stastny. When he came in, kind of like a lot of players when the Oilers, there was like, oh, you know what? The Oilers actually did okay with this. And then
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage presents.
Hi, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. My only dream was to become a professional footballer. Looking back at that young kid, here I am, now representing my country.
From local fields to the world stage, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour. July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Ben Thomson here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Look, we've been talking about the amazing game yesterday. Canada Soccer advances to the round of 16, and we're going to go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline next. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And with that, we welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show former national team member Ross Ongaro. Ross, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I know that you're very involved in this Paraguay-Germany game. And I mean, I'm going to start there. Like, we'll get to the Canada game, but for someone like yourself, is this just like Christmas in June and July every 4 years? Like, is this the best time of the year for you?
Everybody keeps talking about it's raining, it's this, it's that. I could care less. I'm glued to the TV, and it's absolutely amazing. I'm in heaven right now.
Well, Ross, you played for Canada. You've seen the highs and lows of this program. I remember last time you were on, you were saying that you couldn't go play for the Olympic men's team because you couldn't afford to. I mean,
it was the World Cup team in '86. I played on the Olympic team.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was asked to go try out with the World Cup team, but at that time there was no money in it. And I had, I was married with a child and I had a job. I was playing in Cleveland at the time, and they told me if you leave, you may not have a contract when you come back, and just financially couldn't afford to do it.
Well, how the times have changed. I mean, now you look at this Canada squad. What did it mean to you, Ross, to see this Canada squad, I'd say defy the odds in some? I mean, I think at the start of this, getting to the round of 32 was a major achievement. Now they've advanced to the round of 16. Just what does that mean?
Yeah, so growing up in Canada, you're not respected as a soccer player. And it's very important that our young players realize that we can play anywhere. It doesn't matter. If you're good, you are good. And players from all over the world now are transferring, going everywhere, and it doesn't matter what country you're coming from. And if the Canadian players believe that we can actually play, then we have a chance. And I said it last time on the show, our players have a chip on their shoulder. They know they can play. They're not scared of anyone. And that attitude is what we've seen in this World Cup, and it definitely makes me proud of what our Canadian kids have done.
Very well said. Thank you for that. What can you say about Jesse Marsh? The head coach, manager, whatever's the proper term to call him. I know in Canada, I think we say head coach, but he seems to say the right things at the right times. He was brought on in 2024. What have you thought he's done best at in getting Canada, the men's soccer team, to this stage?
I think he's got the players committed to playing for the national team. I think they've not only committed to the team, but they've decided to play as a unit, as a program, and they're following him. They're doing and playing the way he wants them to play, and it is an aggressive style. take no bars. You're going straight forward, and you respect everybody, but you can play with anyone. And I think that's the attitude that he brought, and that's the belief that we're showing that on the field right now.
Ross, with the performance of Canada, it's been awesome to see, and they're doing this without their best player in Alphonso Davies for a large majority of this tournament. He gets in a little bit yesterday. The game that they're supposed to play is next Saturday, and that's a big break for this team. How much does that impact Alphonso Davies and recovering from his injury and over his overall performance coming Saturday?
Yeah, it's very tough for a player to come back from an injury and jump into this level with no pre-games. Just stepping in for 15, 20 minutes is not enough. He's not 100% ready, but you could see that just his presence in the first 5-10 minutes allowed everybody else to relax and comfortable. The team that you're playing against has to change the way they play to respect what he can do. So it's the aura of him being there that will definitely raise everybody's attitude and ability. And it puts fear in your opponent's eyes. So I'm not quite sure he's ready to play, to be honest. And he was tentative and he was shocked. He was kind of not scared. He was just very timid to get going and open up the jets and get going. And on a hamstring pull, it's the confidence that you can actually do it. Yeah. You might be fit in training, but the minute you're on a field, you doubt yourself being able to open up all 4 barrels. And he had a couple chances to go for it, but he decided not to. And that's just a fear factor. It takes some time to get over that. Hopefully by next Saturday, he'll be okay to play. He won't be 100%, but the rest of the players, I thought Miller did unbelievable. Schackelberg was awesome. They changed the outcome of the game. Larea, I love Larea. I know he's getting 31 years old, but the guy never stops working. Overall, the team played well. It wasn't our best game, I'll be honest. We can play much better than what we played. But at the same time, there's a lot of emotion in that game. And they did something that we've never done before. We've advanced to the final 16 in a World Cup. So host nation or not host nation, we're the first team to qualify for the round of 16.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sounds right. Ross Ongaro, former national team member, joining us here, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Just a couple more for me, then I know you want to get back into this Paraguay-Germany game. Nothing's changed. I don't know if you...
Just kidding. 1-1.
1-1. No, it's 1-0.
Okay. Now, we're just going to watch this together for a minute here, Ross.
Am I delayed? My game's delayed?
You know what, Ross? I just... let's just watch it together, okay?
Oh, my. Yeah, because Paraguay's up 1-0. Nobody's expecting Paraguay to beat Germany.
What minute are you in?
What's that?
What minute?
53, 40 seconds, header goal.
There it is.
All right, we got it. There it is. Okay. I'm so sorry, Ross. I didn't want to spoil that for you, but it happened here, and then I'm thinking, oh, shoot, maybe we're... Okay, all right, so it's 1-1. All right, a couple more for you here, Ross. You had mentioned the substitutes that came in for Canada, and it seemed like when Canada made those substitutions that, they were improving the product on the field, whereas when South Africa was making their substitutions, they did it out of necessity because their top guys were just gassed. Is Canada's depth something that can carry them further?
Well, you saw Bombino have to come out at the 60th minute, so he's not ready to play a full game. And the coach is extremely smart knowing the limit of a player. And it was very hard for him to take him out because he's a very good defensive player, very smart. But he knew how far a player could go under those conditions with his type of injury coming back, and he limited his time. But the players that went in did an amazing job of shutting down South Africa. Is South Africa one of the top nations in the world? No. But in a game like that, you have to score the goal. And we had 3 amazing chances, and we did not finish. We're not going to get that same number of chances against Morocco or the Netherlands. You're not going to get it. So we need to finish better to go on to the next round.
Okay, last question then, Ross. Yeah. You were just talking about Morocco and the Netherlands. That's next Saturday, July 4th, 11 a.m., Houston. It's going to be Canada versus either the Netherlands or Morocco. From what you've seen of both those squads, is there a squad that you would say might favor the way that Canada plays? Might play into their speed or how they distribute the ball? Or is it just take what you can get?
Yeah, both teams are an exceptional definition of what soccer and how to play it. Morocco plays a beautiful game. They've got unbelievable. Hakim is amazing on the side, on the flanks. Goalkeeper's amazing. So they have talented players that play at the highest level. When you're looking at the Netherlands, if we don't play high pressure on them, if we sit back, they're going to have the ball 80% of the game. And the chances of winning that kind of game against the Netherlands or Morocco is very difficult. So I'm sure the coach will have a strategy set up, but we need to have everything going the right way in that game.
Ross, thank you so much. It's great to get your perspective always. And I mean, hey, I'm just going to say this now. Should Canada advance, we're going to have to keep this going and get you on next week, because then it would be the good luck charm, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, I've always believed that they can go a long way, and you never know in the next game what happens. The post gets fatter for them, and the post for us becomes a razor blade, and we score off the post. So I've been at that. I've been at the World Cup, even though it was beach soccer. When we beat Spain and we beat Iran, no one gave us a chance. But things happen.
Well said, Ross. I guess that's why you play the game. Ross Ongaro, thank you for joining us here. Get back to the game. We had a moment there, so I'm glad we got to see that goal together. Take care, and we'll catch up with you again.
All right, Germany 3-1.
Okay.
Oh, there
right.
you go. There's a prediction.
Well, I wonder if Ross knows our association with Play Alberta. A reminder that all of Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you by Play Alberta, where it's your home for online gaming excitement, featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instants, and sports betting. Now, with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. And for special EST details, go to playalberta.ca/EST. You might just like what you find there, Benny boy.
Oh, really?
Oh, I think you might.
Oh.
How fantastic was that? I mean, Ross Ongaro is, that's a name that to me is synonymous with soccer in Edmonton. He had, I believe he was part of the reason that the Drillers were here in Edmonton. He's coached so many players that have went on to do bigger and better things. He was talking about Alphonso Davies last time he was on. So just a wealth of knowledge. It'll be interesting to see. And I mean, here's the funniest thing. We were talking about where were you for Stefan Eustachio's big goal yesterday, but tonight, 7:00.
That's a big one, man.
Netherlands and Morocco are playing. I know Jesse Marsh, head coach of the men's soccer team, flew down to Monterrey, Mexico, to watch this game, to get a little bit of a pre-scout on it. But how many Canadians are going to be watching a soccer game that you may say, I think it's just a beautiful thing.
It is.
Is it not unique?
This is, it's obvious, like, having skin in the game is awesome. The fact that Canada is in the final 16 is incredible. And like you're saying, there's no doubt there are soccer and football fans in Edmonton, and they're watching. Like Ross was saying, like this is Christmas for him. He's getting to watch soccer all day. He's not complaining with the weather. But now the fact that I'm sure there's gonna be a ton of Canadians watching the 7:00 game tonight against Morocco and the Netherlands. Like that to me is all about sports in the tournament. That's what it's all about. Is just watching the other teams play. Okay, you're getting your own scouting report for what Canada's going to have to face in the next round. So it's awesome to see that Canada's doing all this, man.
Well, and it's like funny. We can all pretend we know more about soccer than we actually do.
Right. Yelling at TV.
It's like,
what a dumb play.
Dude, like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm including myself in this conversation, folks. I wanted to just expand a bit on because I said earlier, like, I remember where I was when Donovan Bailey won gold at the Olympics.
Right.
And I was in a car with two of my buddies. One's now my brother-in-law. The other one, we're still best friends. We were going to K-Days. My mom was driving us to K-Days, and we were listening to it on the radio. So you remember those moments. For me, yesterday, as I said earlier, we took our daughter out. It was to local in Sherwood Park. People heard me say a bar. It's just, there's always kids there. It's okay. That's her favorite spot to go eat. She likes the Caesar salad and the pierogies there. They said, okay,
All right.
it's your birthday, you get to call the shots. So we're watching, and it's into like the 74th or 75th minute, and we had finished our lunch quite a while ago. And we had family supper last night at my parents' house, of which I was to bring the roasted potatoes. So I still had to go home and roast potatoes and get everything ready. And, there was stuff to do before. So we couldn't stay there. And because I was thinking, well, this is going to go to extra time. And what if it goes to extra time? Then that solves nothing. Then it goes to penalties. So we made the executive decision. Okay, we're gonna jettison home, and we're 10 minutes from home, and my wife had it up on her phone, so we were listening to it, watching it in the car.
Nice.
And then, sure enough, we're like a minute from home. We're on Y Road, just about to turn off, and Estacchio scored. Everybody goes crazy. My daughter said, "I thought you were gonna lose control." But we watched the rest of the game in the car together. And for me, that's just, I feel like that'll be a moment that my daughters, my wife, my mother-in-law was with us, that where were you when that was scored? The next time Canada's making moves in the World Cup, they'll have that moment. And to me, that is the beauty of sports. That is, to be able to, we all remember where we were when Connor McDavid scored that goal at the Four Nations face-off.
Yeah.
A tournament at which it started out as, Reid and I would poke fun at it, but it turned into a pretty damn serious tournament.
Yep.
And to have Connor McDavid top it off with that goal, that was a where were you moment as well. So I love that sports can do that and can unite everybody and I don't know, have those touchy-feely kind of plays. But I will say, the World Cup as a whole, now I'm not looking at this from, tickets and pricing. And yes, I'm sure there's holes you could poke in a lot of things. I've heard people suggest, why, if Canada finished first or second in their group, did they not already have it planned where Canada would play an elimination game in home. Canada?
Right.
I can understand that, but all in all, and you know what, time zones have a lot to do with this, Benny, where you get to watch, from 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then 7 o'clock, or sometimes during the group stage, there'll be games even later. I don't know. It's really reeled me in. Now, am I going to find a soccer club that I want to support from the English Premier League? Probably not.
No,
but this is certainly whet my appetite for soccer, World Cup soccer, and when Canada's involved and performing at such a high level, it's hard to just sit on the bench.
When you got skin in the game, man, it's hard to ignore it. I'm looking at it right now. Like Germany, it's 11:57 p.m. their time right now. So I imagine the streets of Germany they're going crazy at midnight right now because they're tied 1-1 with Paraguay. So this whole tournament, it's the best of the best soccer and all that stuff. I'm not here to convince anyone to be a soccer fan, but just for myself though, I'm looking at this going like, this has really turned my eye a little bit to the game itself. It's been a lot of fun to watch, especially with Canada doing it as well as they are.
In the River Cree Resort and Casino, 780-218-9999. William Mike Spear says, I believe you said this, Benny. You said, I've been doing it since elementary.
Yes.
What? That was about axe?
No, not axe. That was the mosquito bite trick where I put an X on it.
So I've been doing it since elementary. And then Zach asked, does it work? You said, no. He said, Benny, you are a perfect fit for EST. Cheers from William Mike Spear. That's the poet laureate of EST. And I couldn't agree more. Benny, this is a start of a fun time, man. I'm new to this too, so I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to grandstand and give you all the advice in the world, but I do know what it takes to, and what it means to be part of a team.
Yeah.
And that's what is here at EST. That's what will never change from EST. That's why we have the best people here currently at EST. Ian adds on 100%. During the last game, I was all over the missed opportunities, even when they were most likely a planned pass or setup. Yeah. But the hockey guy I am was like, that's a missed shot. Shoot the ball. Shoot the ball. And it is,
forecheck. Like
now, did you think I saw some buzz around Jesse Marsh, and how he does his post-game thing with the team in the field. And that's the first time I've seen a camera stuffed in there, and it caught what he said where, she said you were all Canadian heroes.
Right.
which I think is iconic.
Yeah.
And there was, I think in the post-game press conference, it was brought up or alluded to that he was grandstanding and doing it for the show. And I loved his response. He's like, well, I don't really give a bleep what you think. We do this after every game.
Yeah.
And the way he backed it up was quite smart. He said every player gets pulled in every direction by different media outlets after the game. I have to do that on the field because it's the only time I have with my team to really say what I want. And I've been, I mean, so Jesse Marsh is an American.
Right.
He played professional soccer. He played, I don't know the exact, but he's coached at a high level as well. I feel it very, I don't know, satisfying or I don't know, to see him as bought into Canadians and bought into he kissed his Canadian
the flag on the jersey,
on his shirt
like
after.
He's an honorary Canadian. Like,
can we not fast track citizenship for this guy?
Sure.
And I love his moxie. He has that a bit of arrogance to him, which I like.
Yeah.
If you're gonna, I would prefer my coach to have more arrogance than less.
Yeah.
You might see a lot of that around here, Edmontonian. But no, I've really liked Jesse Marsh.
He's been awesome.
I think he's been the right guy.
He's
for
been
the job.
perfect media outlet. Guys, he's doing all these moves and stuff after they score and all that. You bring up the where he pulls all the players together on the field there. That reminds me a lot of what John Cooper did at the Olympics with Canada. Because in hockey, it's you go to the dressing room or whatever, but guys are getting pulled from media, and then you don't really hear the coaches say anything. Until the dressing room, and that never really gets out there. But at the Olympics, John Cooper would pull his whole team right there at the bench and talk to them. So I don't know. I guess if that's a soccer thing or not, or whatever the case may be, I prefer that. I like seeing the coach talk to their players and everything, especially with how they got a camera in there and caught what he was saying and everything. The Canadian hero line is going to be really cool. I think everyone's going to remember this game with that line, right? Like you guys are all Canadian heroes for what you guys did tonight.
Well, and it might be the game or the match that propels Canada into a bit of not a dynasty, but this might carry over for several years to come because these things have effects. We've seen it before.
The little kids that are watching that, right?
Vince Carter effect.
Yeah.
The Martin Brodeur, Patty, walk where everybody wanted to be a goaltender.
Yeah.
These things have effects on the sport. So with Canada going as far as they have and may continue to, I would imagine Canada soccer is going to get a big boost from that regardless. Yeah. Okay, we've got to get out. Jay's play of the day coming up next. I will be going to the Netherlands-Morocco game tonight. Plus, Benny and I are going to dive into the NHL draft from this past weekend. We're gonna look over each of the Oilers draft picks. And we're going to go down memory lane a little bit and see, okay, how often does a 84th overall third round draft pick pan out? We're going to discuss it next. But first, you're going to hear from our partners and then the Coob.
The Lock Shop.
I am still on a high from yesterday. That'll be a day. Hopefully many of you fans of our team, whether you're sort of just getting into it now or have been riding for a while, will remember that one for a long time. I think the fact that it was an earlier game allowed people to really lean into the celebrations of our historic win yesterday. Netherlands, Morocco, bring it on.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at GCLDiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 9th. Elks, Red Blacks at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Salute to Service presented by YEG Plus. Come early for a pregame flyover and help us celebrate the heroes and first responders who make our communities great. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The Oilers have issued qualifying offers to Colton Dach, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All four players are pending restricted free agents. Staying at Edmonton, 27 total players will take part in this week's Oilers development camp roster, including 14 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 5 goaltenders. As for the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in 2 preseason games with the team this season. In soccer, it's the second hydration break just coming out of here in the 74th minute of play. Germany, Paraguay tied 1-1. Meanwhile, Canada waits their next opponent. Whoever wins tonight between Morocco and the Netherlands will play Canada on Saturday. To the hardwood, the Grizzlies, they've traded 2-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. MLB action, it's the Jays challenging the Mets for the first of 3 total games. Trey Savage takes the mound for Toronto with first pitch just after 5 o'clock. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, Ben Thomson, and Zachary Kubish pushing the 1s and 2s in a beautiful suit.
It is a lovely little...
Well, should you be joining, wondering why we're all dressed in suits, it's because it's Modern Measure Monday. These suits were provided by Jared and Richie down at Modern Measure. Check them out. You got the custom liner, custom embroidery. I got the dress shirt, which has my initials on it. They do wonderful work. Check them out. Modern Measure. They're in the what building?
The Edmonton Tower.
The Edmonton Tower.
Across the street from Rogers Place.
And I must add, just because it's custom and you're getting all these details and like the first, thankfully this is the first suit I got from them.
Oh yeah,
the second suit.
I see glue guy in the.
The second suit was also black. So I didn't want to come on our show today and look like we're the Men in Black.
Right.
Or look like
going to a funeral after.
Prepping for a funeral after the show. So I decided to wear my first one, which I bought with my own money. Now this other one, there was a partnership. We were working together. But I can tell you from doing this suit and buying this, it is very affordable. Much more affordable than you would think. So thank you to Jared and Richie. Check them out, modernmeasure.com. Also a reminder that Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery, all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Coob, I probably should have told you, hey, let's get Jay's play of the day, that catchy tune, ready to go. Oh, look, that's what a suit does to you, Coob. Play that music.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day.
I like it.
Jay's play of the day.
Jay's play of the day and Edmonton Sports Talk are presented by Play Alberta. Zulu 9694 in the nasty chat says no RWO today. No, Reid is off today, but I'm joined by Ben Thomson. And a reminder, if you are watching us on YouTube or listening to us on iHeart and you have a second to hop over to YouTube, hammer that thumbs up. We are over halfway to our ultimate goal of 100 thumbs. So thank you very much. All right, Jay's play of the day. Simple. If you look at any of these round of 32 matchups, and I've talked to our resident soccer guys.
Oh, yeah?
Okay. Well, Hernan and Maddie.
Yeah,
I mean, those would be the...
There you go.
If LTE was still here, I would absolutely throw him in that bag. But this Netherlands-Morocco matchup is probably the most tightly contested matchup of this round of 32. So I just said, screw it. Let's just go with a draw. You know, nothing's more exciting. Now, we're in the 78th minute of Paraguay and Germany. It's a 1-1 tie at this point.
So a draw would have to be, it goes to penalty kicks.
Great question, Benjamin.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So when I first said to Maddie, because the number was like 210, plus 210.
Yeah.
And I said, that's, you know, what's it like in hockey? A three-way draw is the game just has to go to overtime.
Right.
Okay. So we were humming and hawing. Is this to overtime or is this to penalties? So as it turns out in soccer for the World Cup here, at least on Play Alberta, Netherlands-Morocco draw is just after 90 minutes.
Wow.
Well, 90 minutes plus injury time.
Okay, I was going to say yes.
So if this goes into extra time, the draw cashes. So that's been boosted over at playalberta.ca to plus 226. You'll also see the lock shop partner. Well, I don't think, you can't get that one now. Let me refresh here. Correct. Oh, okay. There's the Grand Est, yes. Netherlands, Morocco, both teams to score. Milwaukee Brewers money line and Norway to qualify. And then the afternoon, let's do it parlay. Netherlands to win. Brabe 3+ shots and Norway to win. That has been boosted to plus 800. Wow. So there are some nice numbers out there. Head on over to playalberta.ca or go to playalberta.ca/EST for more details. That's Jay's play of the day. And Zach, always remember to use your game sense.
It's Jay. It's play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
I just threw $10 on it.
Whoa. This is incredible. I have just received, you know what, guys, I screwed up. I didn't give you a limerick topic.
Oh.
So we're going to, I don't know who this is from because it came from a text message to my inbox. You can email me, jay@edmontonsportstalk.com or benny@edmontonsportstalk.com. This is a Modern Measure Monday limerick. Oh, that's great. Although with axe, they'd never been doused, this show's got men to count on in routes. And though lacking their polyhistor, you'll never see such a fine group of misters unless you visit the Canadian Brewhouse. Wow. That is fantastic. That email rhymed doused, routes, and brewhouse. Like this has Eminem vibes emanating from it. What was the one word that Eminem said you can't rhyme with?
Orange.
Orange, door hinge.
But it's the way you can drag it out and the way you say it can allow you to rhyme.
There's certain syllables.
Yes.
Yeah. Enunciation.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can send in your Modern Measure Monday limerick to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We're a happy hour, $5.25 drinks available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's at the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Benny, how much of the NHL draft did you watch? Reid and I on Friday, we kind of got after it a bit here, and so I think we saw the first 4 picks during our show. It was nice to see local guy, former past the pantry athlete of the week, Keaton Vierhoff, get taken 9th overall to the San Jose Sharks. God. Did the San Jose Sharks just walk away with the draft?
They won the draft, man.
And they drafted a 7'1" defenseman, the tallest defenseman to ever be drafted in the NHL.
Yep.
So what did you think of the visual of the, because I thought they kind of went to the NFL style.
Yeah, they did.
With the couches and all that. Now, the next day, I was watching Saturday morning to see who the Oilers picked, and it was none of that.
They didn't. All you bums going from the 2nd round to the 7th round, you guys are sitting in the stands.
In fact, they were announcing picks so fast that kids didn't even have the... it was nice to see kids getting up and that were actually there in attendance, but they were almost being walked off stage because the next pick was being announced.
Get off. Funny.
Okay, well, let's get right into it then. This will be the Oil Understood for GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around. From turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. And now, a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show, GCL Diesel. Understood. All right, that was dramatic. I backed myself into the door. I'm pretty sure I'm concussed, but that's all right. We're gonna get through this, Benny. All right, let's look at who the Oilers drafted. Okay.
Yeah.
So, for their first pick was in the 2nd round, 58th overall, Rudolf Berz-Callens.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of Rudolf Berz-Callens?
I watched a lot of his game, a lot of his footage. Looks like a real good two-way center. Big boy center, Latvian, I believe. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't watched any of his tape or anything, but I don't know if I've been seeing some of the grades for him, and the pick doesn't look fantastic from guys that have. It's their job to be critics of teams' draft picks and stuff. Teams aren't liking this pick from the Oilers. That's what I was seeing on Twitter over the weekend. There's been. Listen, the Oilers, they have been trading a lot of their picks over the past couple of years because they're in win now mode.
Cupboards are empty.
And I'm fine. I am just fine with that. You got to go try to win a Stanley Cup for as long as you have Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl in their primes. Like that, there's no debate about that. But what allows teams to stay in this win now mode for a long period of time is landing on their picks that they have later on in the draft.
To find that late round, 3rd round, 4th round
steals, right?
That turns into something that's a steal, right?
Right. And the Oilers have simply just not been able to do that in quite some time. I believe it's in the Ken Holland era, which he joined May 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The Oilers have not landed pretty much anyone from the 2nd to 7th round in any of those drafts. And listen, they're tough picks. Majority of them don't turn out to be anything anyway. But you can't have one come out for you and be a stud for you and be a pleasant surprise.
Well, here's what I'll say about Rudolf Berz-Callens.
Yes.
Okay, 6'3.5", 204-pound center.
Yeah.
Now, this is from Dusty passed this along to me. This is from hockeyprospect.com.
Okay.
They had a book that they put together on every draft pick.
What do they say about him?
Here is what they had to say about him. Rudolf Berz-Callens is a Swiss Army knife type of utility forward who you can deploy in any situation. His biggest strength is his shot, specifically his one-timer, which is deadly. He opens up and can really rip it, getting a ton of torque and velocity. He does a good job of finding space and putting himself in a position to get the puck. Skating is Berz-Callens' biggest weakness, though. Has improved notably from last season. His stride mechanics are workable. He just doesn't get enough output out of a stride and isn't a very dynamic skater. We project this to improve as he gets stronger, but Berz-Callens tops out as an average skater by pro standards. Berz-Callens is committed to Boston College, where he will continue his development. So his overall grade was given a C. A ceiling out of 10 was a 6. Floor out of 10 was a 4. Hockey sense out of 10 was a 6.
Okay.
Compete 6, skill 6, skating 5. I mean, this seems like the exact player you would draft in the second round, 58th overall.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So then let's look at this, Ben. Let's do a little bit of a
deep dive.
Let's look.
Let's look back.
So you said Kenny Holland came into Edmonton, May of 2019,
May 2019.
Right? Okay. Let's look at the Oilers draft picks from Ken Holland's addition to the Oilers to now. Okay. Now, that first pick, first round, 8th overall, 2019.
Philip Broberg.
Okay. Now, we're not talking about first round picks here.
No.
We're talking about those deeper dives that you can say, oh, this player really blossomed into something and, you were able to get bang for your buck.
Yeah.
Okay. Second round pick, Raphael Lavoie.
I remember the whole circus around him going like, oh, they don't, like the Oilers are, this is horrible management with their assets and all this stuff about, how they're throwing him on waivers and all this stuff. Guys, come on. I believe he played a couple games with the Golden Knights last year, I think. But
he has over a point per game in the AHL right now.
Cool.
Or just in the previous season. Now he's becoming UFA at 24 years old.
He's got Europe written all over him. Yeah. Personally.
Right.
Exactly.
That's kind of the point of this experiment is to see, we're going to go through 2019, 2020, 21, 22. Yeah. Like we're going to keep going here because I don't recognize the name on here. You got Ilya Konovalov.
Oh, he was supposed to be the next Alex or Andrei Vasilevsky.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Thomas Mazura, Maxime Deniskin. I mean, okay, so looks like they didn't hit on the deeper rounds in that draft. Okay, let's go to 2020. Oh, first round, 14th overall.
Oh, no way. Dylan Holloway.
This is sad. This is bringing back bad memories.
I could talk a whole show about how much I thought.
Well, can you talk about round 4, 100th overall, Carter Savoy?
Okay, Carter Savoy, good St. Albert guy. He obviously his younger brother is doing some things here in Edmonton. I remember that Carter Savoy pick. He was tearing up Denver University, and I believe the year after they selected him, and he still had another year at Denver. And he lit it up with Mike Benning, who's now playing for the Florida Panthers, played some games with them near the end of last season, looked really good. I believe Carter's done hockey, I believe now. He went to Finland, didn't make that team, and then I think he got brought back, and I believe he's done hockey. But there was a lot of upside with him. He has a lot of talent, just like his younger brother. He's a better finisher than his younger brother. The boots didn't follow him as well as Matt's, kind of came with him. But I didn't mind the pick. I remember, in Denver, everyone's going, "Oh, this guy might turn into something." Ultimately, didn't pan out. But
okay, so Carter Savoy. I mean, that's a recognizable name. Is it more recognizable because of his brother?
Yes, definitely,
probably. Tyler Tullio, Maxime Bereskin.
Maxime. So he was a guy that was supposed to come over this year, but he re-upped in the KHL. So now he's not coming back for another 2 years or something. So that's probably...
So that was round 5, 138th overall.
Yeah. A lot of Oilers fans are getting their hopes up for him and saying that he was going to be like a middle 6 winger for them next season.
Two-time KHL champion back-to-back.
Sure.
Yaroslav Lokomotiv. Past 2 seasons.
Now let's just remember the focus of this...
Have these guys panned out and been...
Have these guys panned out in any way? Round 1 of the 2021... NHL Entry Draft, 22nd overall, the Oilers took Xavier Bourgault.
Oh, my God. Who went right after him?
That's a great question, Ben.
Wyatt Johnston.
Yeah, so I guess
I believe
we're already formulating like Luka Munzenberger, Jake Chason, Matvey Petrov, Shane Lachance, Maximus Wanner.
Wanner was looking good there for a second.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that Mark Lajoie, he went and played a couple games, he had a cup of coffee in Bakersfield. And he said Max Wanner was an incredible D-man. He raved about him. He's like, this guy's going to be an NHLer eventually one day. And then I believe he was traded in the Trent Frederick deal. And we haven't really heard about him much since.
That he was, yeah.
Tyler Tullio was in the Ryan McLeod trade for Matt Savoy. We're grasping at straws here.
Wanner was a part of the pick for, they got Max Jones.
Yes.
In that one.
They had Max Jones and Trent Frederick in that same deal.
Mm-hmm.
So
2022. Round 1, pick 32, Reid Schaefer.
Who's turning out to have a career here. Like he was playing in Nashville last year and being productive. But I don't blame the Oilers for trading him because it brought in their best two-way defenseman for multiple years.
And then that year, they didn't have another pick till round 5.
Yeah.
Pick number 158, Samuel Johnson.
Goaltender, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Nikita Yevseyev, defenseman. Joel Mata. Okay, so still striking out. 2023. Round 2, Bo Akey. So that was 56th overall. Is the jury still out on Bo Akey, or is time's
ticking?
Time's ticking.
Time is ticking with him. He was playing a lot of games in the ECHL this year and apparently struggling. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter. I'm not going to act like I've been watching their games, but yeah, I liked what I saw with him in the rookie camp. I believe that next year or something. But to me, yeah, he's not panning out as of right now.
And then they didn't have another pick. And this is the thing, like when you go back and do an exercise like this, you realize how depleted their draft picks have been.
Yes.
Because they didn't have another pick until the 184th overall, round 6, Nathaniel Day, a goaltender.
Like I'm looking at the 2021 draft, right? This is the one they took Xavier Borgo. Wyatt Johnson was the pick right after.
Mm-hmm.
Mackie Samoskevich was the next pick after that, who just got dealt to Seattle for a first round pick. So he's got a lot of value there. There's a couple guys down here. Nolan Allen in Chicago, I believe he just signed somewhere else. And then you got guys like Owen Zellweger, Riker Evans, Josh Doan, Zach Ostapchuk. Congrats on the extension, Zach Ostapchuk. 4 years, 2.15, I believe. Scott Morrow is another defenseman. Stankoven, pick 47. There are teams here that are landing. Colton Dock, 62, who's an Edmonton Oiler now. There are teams that are able to find a way to draft well. I look at Dallas as the biggest one. Dallas has knocked it out of the park with some of their picks, and they haven't had the biggest picks. I mean, they had Heiskanen at 3, but they have had Wyatt Johnston at 23. They've had, where was Stankoven? 47, I think. Stankoven was pick 47. Jake Ottinger was a later on pick. Thomas Harley was a later pick. That's a team you can look at directly and go, this is the reason why they're still good, is because these guys have come in and have taken over what once was Sagan and Ben and Pavelski, the older guys. Is once their team. Now it's the Johnston and Harley show there. So the Oilers have missed out with their drafts. Who knows about the picks that they've made here recently?
And then 2024 round 1, 32nd overall, Sam O'Reilly.
Which is, again, I mean, he's looking pretty good. But to be fair, though,
he was a man playing against boys.
Exactly, he is a man playing against boys, and this is the year that Ike Howard has had.
If he was still an Oiler, though, you'd say, "Oh, look at him!
Exactly,
look at how well he played."
Like I think O'Reilly's stock has went up a little bit versus Howard's has probably gone down a tad, maybe.
I'm just like this is just the issue here. Benny, is that we've went through since 2019, and there isn't a name that the Oilers still have. I mean, the only one I can think of was round 5, 160th overall from 2024, Connor Clattenburg.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? There you go.
Okay, that's the only one name I can see that would say, hey, when Connor Clattenburg played up here, he was a fan favorite.
Yeah.
He played a physical, aggressive style. Who knows, with the new head coach and Mike Babcock, if there's more of a desire for players like that on the roster. But that's the only name I see through 6-7 years of draft stock.
Clattenburg's not going to be a top 6 winger one day. That to me is ridiculous. I think if he were to pan out and be the diamond in the rough guy that the Oilers get here, he turns into being AJ Greer. Like same guy.
Worked for Florida pretty well, right?
Yeah, and now he just got traded to Anaheim today for Radko Gudas, and apparently signing a long-term extension in Anaheim, which for a guy that's like a fourth liner,
hey,
good for him.
The world needs garbage men as well, Ben.
Yes.
It's just,
He executes his role, though.
There's a role for players like that.
Yep.
All right, we've got to get out. Coming up in the second half of the show, we've got Justin Dunk coming on about 4:45. Buying or selling. Benny's got some fun answers or fun questions about sports, moments, all that fun stuff. And we're going to talk about goaltending as soon as we get back before Justin Dunk. But first, we hear from the one and only Zachary Kubish.
The Oilers have issued qualifying offers to Colton Dach, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All 4 players are pending restricted free agents. Staying in Edmonton, 27 total players will take part in this week's Oilers development camp, including 14 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 7 goaltenders. As for the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in 2 preseason games with the team this year. Meanwhile, it's now in extra time. Germany, Paraguay tied 1-1 after that. It'll be Morocco and the Netherlands playing tonight. The winner of that matchup goes on to play Canada this Saturday. To the hardwood, the Grizzlies, they've traded 2-time NBA All-Star Ja Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. MLB action, it's the Blue Jays in action. They're against the Mets for the first of 3 total games. Trey Savage takes the mound for Toronto. First pitch just after 5 o'clock. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to book a tee time. Today, the Oilers conversation continues following the break with Ben Thomson. Jay Milne up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
This is not a team that starts hot, whether that's for a game or a season. They get their backs against the wall early, and then they start swinging out of defense, and then they come flying out of nowhere. But how is this first couple months going to go? If they start 2-9-1, how's that room going to look? It's so important for them to get off on the right foot before any of this starts going sideways.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Here's to the beautiful lakes and stunning landscapes Canada has to offer. And for the kayak, camping gear, and summer toys you use to enjoy them? Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Happy Canada Day.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Ben Thomson. We got Zachary Kubish pushing the buttons for everybody. We're in the 92nd minute. Germany and Paraguay knotted up at 1. Matt, can I say knotted up? Yes. Okay, knotted up at 1.
Tied at 1?
Allowed.
Tied at
Each
1.
with a goal?
Allowed.
Each with a goal. Yeah, I mean, yes, you can say all of the above. I just didn't know if knotted up was more of a hockey term or what. But I digress. We're coming to you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio, where the wing flavor of the month for June, you've only got one day. Tomorrow is the last day of June. If you want to try the Maui pineapple chicken wings, flame grilled wings tossed in a sweet and tropical Maui pineapple sauce. That's over at the Canadian Brewhouse, your wing flavor of the month for June. Maui pineapple. I'm going to have to get in touch with Pat from the Brewhouse. See if we can't get him in here soon to unveil the next wing flavor of the month. I know, Coob, you're looking forward to that.
Do we know what it might be?
I don't know. Pat, if you're listening, text me.
Okay.
Let me know.
There you go.
I like the little teasers, though. You know,
Yeah, I was a big fan of the Maui pineapple. Flame roasted. It was good. I mean, those are top tier. Those are elite chicken wings. All right, we've got Justin Dunk coming up in a matter of minutes. But Benny, before we do that, I wanted to get we talked about goaltending prior and some of the draft picks that the Oilers had. You and I have not talked about this on air.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I don't really know that we've had a tay about goaltending in Edmonton.
No.
Prior. Can the Oilers run it back with Connor Ingram and Tristan Jarry? And do you think they really have a choice in the matter?
I think they might have to. You know, to be honest with you, I like it better than Kosa coming here. I know he went to Utah, but like just to me, I didn't understand that narrative. To me, you Tristan Jarry is a complete wild card next year. You have no clue what he's going to be. If he is anything like the final 20 games he played as an Oilers goalie or whatever, ever since he came back from that injury, like he's unplayable. He's unplayable. He is a disaster. You cannot have him as your starting goalie. So if you were to bring in a young guy like Kosa, who I believe has only played one game in the NHL, that's a lot to throw on a guy that is just starting his career. And you're going to throw him the most important year in the Oilers franchise's history on a rookie goaltender. That to me is what's ridiculous. To me, that's why you need to go a little bit safer. We saw what Connor Ingram was last year. Solid. You're just solid. He's not going to win you hockey games on his own, but he, for the most part, won't lose you a hockey game. It's going to be up to the defensive efforts in front of him.
Well, that's just it, Ben. Like
that's the thing.
If this team under Mike Babcock can defend better, which sounds like that is the way, that's the Mike Babcock way, take it or leave it, then won't both these goaltenders look better potentially? I mean, you alluded to Tristan Jarry after an injury.
Yes.
Maybe Tristan Jarry wasn't completely right. Okay? Tristan Jarry, we know, lives in Edmonton in the offseason. Now he's going to have a chance to go to a training camp and train in the offseason in the city in which he plays. I can't help but think that's going to give him a better frame of mind coming into training camp. I mean, proof's in the pudding ultimately, though.
It's you never know, because I mean, like, we always held out hope for Jack Campbell, and that never really panned out. And I think
it's still panning out every year.
Yeah, every year, panning out into his bank account.
Yes, it's panning out quite well.
And then, I mean, Stuart Skinner, I think we all thought he'd maybe progress a little bit as a goalie, and I'd say stalled out for the most part in his growth. But to me, just Tristan Jarry is a complete wild card. You have no idea what he's going to be next year. So why would you, with the risk of him being just as bad as he was last year, throw the responsibility of the starting goalie role on the Oilers to a young rookie goaltender? It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm fine with Connor Ingram being the guy. I'm fine.
What's the number for Connor Ingram to be back here as an Oiler?
It's like $3.5 million.
Yeah, which they can do.
They can, like, that's fine. You can stomach that.
It's hard to stomach the 5.25 that Tristan Jarry is going to be getting paid to potentially play
backup.
What,
25, 30 games?
30 games.
I mean, obviously, Bobrovsky is cool and all, but
we were talking about Bobrovsky last week.
And to me, though, that even he is a risk. He had a rough year in Florida this year. Yes, the highs for him are ridiculously high. We saw it in the 2024 and 25 Stanley Cup Finals. Like, he was awesome. For majority of those series, the Oilers got to him in games 4 to 6 that series. But obviously, Sergei Bobrovsky would be great. Like, that's okay. That's a goalie that you can go strive for. But to me, I don't. What is he going to want? David Pagnotta has said on the station many times that it would be something along the lines of like a 6x6 for a 37-year-old goalie or 38. Like that's a ridiculous contract that I don't know anyone's going to want to pay him for. So there's that. I mean, like, I'm for them going for Binnington. I am, because I think I've seen what he does at the Olympics and Four Nations and stuff. Like, yes, he's in St. Louis and he hasn't been very good there the past 2 years, but I think a change of scenery would help him. But ultimately, this is all a minor inconvenience for the Oilers as of right now. The biggest one is their defensive play.
All right, we're going to keep this discussion rolling. Probably around 5:20, we're going to get back into some of this Oilers discussion as they lead up to July 1st. Big day. Yeah. What are we doing here, Benny? We got
free agency show with Dustin Nielsen, Reid Wilkins, and myself.
Bang.
We'll be on the air from 10 a.m. to at least noon. We'll go until signings are done.
See what happens there. All right. Right after the break, we got Justin Dunk. We're going to wrap up what happened in the CFL, what's going to happen in the CFL. But first, we got to hear from the Coop.
The Oilers have issued qualifying offers to Colton Dock, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All 4 players are pending restricted free agents. Staying in Edmonton, 27 players will take part in this week's Oilers development camp, including 14 forwards, 8 defensemen, and 5 goaltenders. That camp gets going tomorrow. For the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in a pair of preseason games with the green and gold this year. Meanwhile, it's now an extra time between Paraguay and Germany, 1-1, currently in the 99th minute of play. Meanwhile, Canada, they await their next opponent. Whoever wins tonight's match between Morocco and the Netherlands will play Canada on Saturday. To the hardwood, the Grizzlies, they've traded 2-time NBA All-Star John Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. To the majors, it's the Blue Jays in action against the Mets for the first of 3 total games. Trey Savage takes the mound for Toronto. First pitch just after 5 o'clock. It's Justin Dunk from 3 Down Nation checking in on the other side of the break here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
And Big Dave says, I'm so unathletic that I played hobby disc golf and still shot a 120. And this one, I can't wait for hobby bowling where you just run down the lane and kick over the pins.
There you go. See, that would be fun. Can you imagine if you told your kid, hey, we're going bowling today, but you're the ball?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Here's to the beautiful lakes and stunning landscapes Canada has to offer. And for the kayak, camping gear, and summer toys you used to enjoy them? Need extra space? Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca. Happy Canada Day.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and guest co-host Ben Thomson. Coming to you live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Also a reminder that all of Edmonton Sports Talk is brought to you and presented by Play Alberta. For more details, go to playalberta.ca/EST. But first, we love to hear from our good buddy, Justin Dunk. He is the face of CFL football. He's the guy that will give you the straight goods. Justin, how are you doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, well, thanks for joining us. Look, there's plenty of CFL football angles to get to here. But first, I mean, something pretty big happened in this country yesterday, obviously with Canada carrying on to the round of 16. Where were you? How'd you consume that? And just what are your thoughts to this World Cup run that Canada Soccer is taking us all on?
It's been great, and it's definitely helped a site that I co-founded, CanadianSoccerDaily.com. I don't do any of the soccer content there. That's my colleague, Brendan Dunlop, but he's been absolutely crushing it, as well as the team over there. So from a business standpoint, we're pretty happy that Canada keeps going. But as for consuming the game, I was at a flag football tournament coaching the Guelph Soldiers. A couple of my nephews are on that team. So I just saw the highlight on Twitter and social media erupt when Stefan Eustáquio scored that goal to send Canada to the round of 16. So great moment across the country. It's awesome to see the reactions and, you know, yet another example of how sports brings people together.
Yeah, it certainly did. It was my daughter's birthday, so we took her for lunch yesterday, and I wasn't shocked, but I was very pleasantly surprised to see this establishment full of Canadian fans, Canadian flags, Canadian jerseys. And when Alphonso Davies took the pitch, I mean, the whole place erupted. So, yeah, it's very unifying to say the least. So thanks for your perspective on that. Let's get right to it, Justin. Biggest surprise in the CFL thus far, the Edmonton Elks being 3-0 or the BC Lions being 0-3?
Ooh, that's a spicy question. I think it's the Lions being 0-3. And I say that because if you talk to people around the league during the offseason, they were pointing at Edmonton and saying, okay, there's a real chance here where this team can improve. I don't necessarily think too many people had them starting the season 3-0, all due respect, but it's a really great start. So I think the biggest shock around the league has to be the BC Lions at 0-3.
Justin, I mean, with the Elks starting off 3-0, I mean, there's a huge reason why, and that's Justin Rankin. In market, you're not going to find anyone that's not giving him his proper credit here. He's well loved, and obviously for all the right reasons, he has been incredible here, and he's been a big reason why they're starting 3-0. But out of market, what is Justin Rankin? What's been the spotlight on him as of around the league, and how important has he been from just an outsider's point of view as to reason why the Elks are 3-0?
From a national perspective, I think he gets a decent amount of respect, but there's going to be a whole bunch more that comes, especially if he continues to lead the CFL in rushing yards and then tries to chip away at this goal that he told me actually in early April he wanted to get to 1,000 rushing, 1,000 receiving. Now, he's not quite on track at the moment to do 1,000 receiving, but that's not to say that he can't get back on track and well above it. So I think as he continues to play at an elite level and be a dynamic threat for the Elks and Edmonton continues to win, that he's going to garner more and more respect in terms of the voting. And it's way down the line, but in the MOP race, right? Usually it's the quarterbacks that are talked about there. And I think right now a lot of people would talk about Bo Levi Mitchell, Davis Alexander, Chad Kelly in that discussion. But I think Justin Rankin has to be right there with anybody else, if not at the top of the list, because that's how special he has been from the running back spot for Edmonton in this 3-0 start. Now, you got to keep it going, but I think he's the type of guy that has the chance to do so.
Justin Rankin joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Sticking with... I said Justin Rankin joining it. Justin.
Yeah, I'm not that talented.
There's just too many Justins being discussed. Our good buddy Justin Dunk from 3 Down Nation joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm going to stick with Justin Rankin. Is there a shot? Do you honestly think that he can do something and make CFL history and be the first player to ever record a 1,000 rushing yards, 1,000 receiving yards season?
There's definitely a chance. I mean, he has that ability to be 1,000-yard receiver. And if I remember, I think he was actually telling me that he's been asking to play slot receiver and see some targets and have like a Nick Dembski role. But I mean, that guy's too good handing him the football that I don't think you'd want to put him at receiver. But, I do think that there's a legitimate chance. But what's going to happen now is defenses are going to watch the film. They're going to load up against him more in the run game. They're going to be aware of where he is even more now in the pass game. And I think if you're an opposing defense, you're going to try to make other people beat you on that offense outside of Justin Rankin, even though he is above and beyond that good, at least to start the year.
The Edmonton Elks travel to Kelowna to face the BC Lions. I've got a follow-up question just about touchdown Kelowna and all that, but what's going on in BC? I mean, I watched that entire game against Calgary. Nathan Rourke looks good. They look like they have the weapons, but I mean, they're giving up points time and time again. They fired their special teams coordinator. Do you see a way that BC can turn this around in a short period of time?
Yeah, there's definitely a way there, and I think it's pretty easy to see, right? The defense has to play better. The special teams did not play well in that first game in Kelowna against Calgary, but I think the real issue for this team to start the season has been the defense. And Corey McDermott gets fired as a special teams coordinator, but I thought the firing gun, so to speak, should have been pointed. With all due respect, Mike Benavides seems to be a great guy, but the defense just ain't cutting it. Like, I was live in person at the game in Hamilton, and the Ticats just put it on the BC Lions because they were going down the field and scoring touchdowns. Now, Rourke was moving the ball, but they were kicking field goals, and that was just not good enough to keep up. So even though the last 2 losses might look a little closer than they were, make no mistake, those were professional blowouts. The Ticats whooped them. Calgary put it on them in this special touchdown Kelowna game. Amar Doman's not really going to have the patience for that. He showed a couple of years ago, right, when he spent extra money to go over the salary cap to bring Rourke and Betts back from the NFL, that not just getting into the playoffs was good enough, and Rick Campbell got fired as a head coach. So I'm not saying it's going to go that far, but if you're already firing your special teams coordinator, it shows how much tension there is within the front office there in BC. So I think they can get it turned around, but the other issue is all the receivers that have been hurt for them, which everybody's been talking about as well. So I think if they can stay a little bit more healthy, Nathan Rourke's shown he can move the football. They got to find a way to keep people out of the end zone.
Justin, I wanted to ask you about touchdown Kelowna. It looked like a great success. To my understanding, 18,000 fans filled the seats of the Apple Bowl in Kelowna. The vibe looked great. The field looked great. Everything about that looked fantastic. Now, unless I'm missing something, I don't think it was ever formally announced that, hey, this is like a trial period or a trial run to see if the CFL will end up in Kelowna. But Stuart Johnston has made it very clear that he is going to change things in the CFL. And you know, certainly we here at Edmonton Sports Talk feel that that's probably leading to the growth of the CFL and expansion of the teams. Do you think this was an honest trial run out in Kelowna to see how well it would be received?
Not for an expansion team. I think if you look at what Amar Doman has done with the concert series, with the game out on the island, Touchdown Pacific, and then now going to the east in this province, they are called the BC Lions. It's the Lions spreading the brand around, which is smart. And JC Abbott said today on the 3 Down Nation podcast with John Hodge and myself that he's had people in the organization tell him that he doesn't think the BC Lions, or they don't think, the BC Lions at least see themselves playing any preseason games at BC Place because they want to take the product around the province and put it in front of other people. So if you look at the population of Kelowna, it's 165,000 people. I'm not saying that they couldn't support a CFL team, but if we're talking about expansion, the market to focus on currently is Quebec City.
Well, I appreciate that insight, Justin. Looks like, are we going to penalties?
We are going to penalty kicks.
Okay,
there was a goal.
There was a goal. It was disallowed.
Back.
It was goaltender interference. We thought this was the NHL.
Yeah, we know that pretty well here.
We're all confused here, Justin. But hey, look, you mentioned your soccer ties. Where can people follow you for football? And I mean, now with the World Cup ramping up, Canada's on a run. Fill us in on where people can find your soccer content as well.
You bet, man. So I'll start with the Canadian brand of football, the 3 Down version, 3downnation.com. We have all the goods there. Cover the CFL like nobody else out there. And then from a soccer perspective, I'm just behind the scenes, but the guys over at CanadianSoccerDaily.com and then also WakingTheRed.com, which is focused on the men's national team and Toronto FC for the most part, but doing a great job over there. We got our guy, Brendan Dunlop, who's been covering Canadian soccer now. I think it's for over 20 years. I'm kind of aging him, but he is a savant in terms of Canadian soccer. He's wrote a book about Dwayne De Rosario, has a great relationship with him, and he's been a key driver, in pushing this site forward. So you can definitely check that out at CanadianSoccerDaily.com. There's a football podcast there. I should say soccer podcast, but it's called More Than Football as well. So lots of goods there if you want to get your Canadian soccer fix. And we've seen the numbers grow, fellas, to your point about the World Cup. Even leading into this World Cup, like year over year, when we opened up that website, I think we grew something like almost 200% in terms of users and the traffic. So I appreciate the platform to talk about that a little bit. I don't do any of the content over there. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a soccer expert. That's a whole other language. But Dunlop and the crew does a great job.
Yeah, you stay over on the 3 Down Nation side, okay? Because that's where we love to see your work. Thanks to you and your team over at 3 Down Nation. I love following your content. You guys do a lot of great stuff and bring a lot of attention to what I think is the greatest sport in Canada. Justin Dunk, it's always great catching up with you. Take care, and we'll chat soon.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, that was Justin Dunk of 3 Down Nation joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Now, this is the start of the second half of
extra time. Yes.
Well, here I was all excited for a shootout.
I still hope
we might. I mean, we still have an hour left. How awesome would it be to go through penalties together in an elimination game?
Awesome.
Live
with the possibility
on the
upset
Reid
here. Like
Show.
Paraguay's,
Okay, so
now how do you say this? You're in the second half of extra time?
I believe that's exactly how you say it.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Hey, there we go. I'm learning.
What happened? We all are, Coop. Trust me. What happened? I saw a goal.
Yeah.
Goalie interference.
Well, essentially, that's what happened. There was a foul in front with the goalkeeper.
It was a corner
kick. He got pulled down. It was it was across from the corner.
Yeah. So Germany scored.
Germany got on the board. They went to VAR, and they determined that the goalkeeper was fouled.
Interfered with?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, because I thought I also saw just out of the corner of my eye a couple like close handballs as well. Like this is a heated contest.
And then there was a yellow card to Paraguay because they wouldn't get out of the official's way.
I do love a good soccer kind of like a, I don't know.
Yellow
it's
car.
not a fight, but it's like, no, I'm standing here.
Yeah.
I'm not moving.
Yeah.
But I put
I'm
the phone
standing
down
right here.
It's funny. The players and the refs have a lot more, I feel like, interaction than other sports. Like in hockey, you're allowed to chirp at the ref. You're allowed to say some things, but for the most part, man, like if you are making it a big deal to like yell at the ref, he's gonna tee you up. In this, it's like it feels like you can just go right up to a ref and say whatever you want. He kind of just sits there and talks to you, and that's it.
I think referees should be able to spray you with that foam if you're not moving from their space.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to keep you posted. It's in the 108th minute here.
Yeah.
Germany, Paraguay tied at 1. We're going to keep you up to date on that. Thank you for listening and watching on YouTube, iHeartRadio, www.edmontonsportstalk.com. However you are consuming us, we appreciate it. And if you are on YouTube, hammer that thumbs up. We fell a little bit slow on the thumbs. We had some mid-show thumb fatigue. That's okay.
It's okay.
Let's get that up. Let's try hit our goal of 100. We've got buying or selling. Benny's got some questions he's going to ask me for Damon Bunting Real Estate coming up. But first, we hear from the Coob.
2 guys and a goalie.
Great questions. Great. According to Mike, they were great questions.
They were unbelievable.
He said that a lot. There's a lot to unpack here.
Any of them?
But yeah. Well, my God, he does not seem like a changed man. He's a brilliant X's and O's guy. That's what everybody said. There was zero accountability for anything that had happened in the past.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Kickoff is coming. Are you in? July 9th. Elks, Red Blacks at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium. It's Salute to Service presented by YEG Plus. Come early for a pregame flyover and help us celebrate the heroes and first responders who make our communities great. Every catch, every tackle, every touchdown. The best way to experience it is being there when it happens. Edmonton Elks. Our city, our year. Get your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour.
To be true to myself.
July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Sentinel Storage presents.
Hi, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer. My only dream was to become a professional footballer. Looking back at that young kid, here I am, now representing my country.
From local fields to the world stage, Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
In soccer, Germany, Paraguay are tied 1-1 in the second half of extra time, currently in the 113th minute. of action. Meanwhile, Canada awaits their next opponent. Whoever wins the match tonight between Morocco and the Netherlands will play Canada on Saturday. In the NHL, the Oilers, they've issued qualifying offers to Colton Dach, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All 4 players are pending restricted free agents. For the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in a pair of games with the team this season. And to the hardwood, the Grizzlies have traded 2-time NBA All-Star John Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. Momentarily, it's the Blue Jays in action against the Mets for the first of 3 total games. Trey Savage on the mound for Toronto. With some live action around the majors, currently 2 games are live midway through the second. Phillies up 2-0 on the Pirates, and the White Sox are trailing the Orioles by 1. Bottom 2nd inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Ben Thomson on this fine Monday. What is it now? June 29th. Reminder, only 1 day left to get your Brewhouse wing flavor of the month, which this month, and they're fantastic, you're going to want to do it if you can, was the flame-grilled wings tossed in sweet and tropical Maui pineapple sauce. It is the Maui pineapple chicken wing, your wing flavor of the month. We will be announcing the wing flavor of the month Thursday, I would imagine. But first, let's go to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, where the kitchen restaurant Sundays and Mondays is 50% off the entire menu. Available Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. to close. That's the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Benny boy.
Yeah, we have a couple texts to get to. Andrew from Calgary. Hello from Transcan. We are listening while driving back from Touchdown Kelowna.
Oh, nice.
Which then she replied later on saying it was packed at Touchdown Kelowna. It was interesting how many people in Kelowna didn't even know it was happening, though. Someone even asked us if we were here for a baseball game, ...
Really?
So, yeah. Don't know what's going on there, but if it was packed, then at least there's...
Yeah, I have a friend of mine that lives in Kelowna. He was snapping me photos, taking pictures, sending me texts about it. Said it was awesome.
How about that?
I mean, the weather was perfect. It looked magical.
Yeah.
Now,
real nice.
So Justin Dunk said expansion, and I agree. Like the likely spot is to add an Eastern team to get it to 10 teams.
Yep.
Quebec City seems to be the place, but I'm not sure that's going to be good enough. Like I could see this becoming a 12-team league. I don't know how many years this would take, but if there's anybody that's willing to change things and go against the grain, so to speak, it's newly named commissioner. Well, not newly. I guess he's been around this is his second year, but Stuart Johnston, formerly of TSN. All right, let's get into buying or selling for Damon Bunting Real Estate. Damon Bunting has been a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 17 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out on at damonbunting.com or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate.
Okay, so I got 2 for you here. Actually, I
love it.
I might make it a third. I might make
sure.
from a text.
Ben, if you know how we roll on the Reid Wilkins Show, anything can happen.
Okay.
At any time.
Okay. So I'll start off with this. Obviously, yesterday, incredible moment for not only just soccer fans in Canada, but just for Canada sports lovers, just Canadians in general. I'm reflecting back, and you've talked about it on the show, about how this is a where were you moment.
Yeah.
And usually what's common with those where were you moments was it's a big deal. Mm-hmm. It's a big deal. It's a reason why you remember where you were. Jay, is this the goal that we saw in the win and everything that's happening for Canada soccer right now, is this the biggest Canadian sports moment since the golden goal? Buying or selling?
Oh.
What would I was thinking about it with Matt. There's the Four Nations goal last year, which was great. If you look at it for like the stakes of the game, there was nothing really inside the tournament itself. Like, it's not like a World Cup, level. It's not the Olympics, but with all the, the politics around it and, the Americans and all that, but, booing and, everything.
That's interesting because give me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't the Four Nations face-off goal be second to the golden goal?
Like, it was
2010.
It was I call it the passing of the torch. From Crosby to McDavid. So I mean, there's that, but to me, I think this is the biggest moment since the golden goal. Personally, I'm buying. Hi, Lucas Sidonic.
Yeah, isn't that one of your
ninjas?
Ninjas?
We played yesterday.
Did you lose again?
We lost.
Oh, go figure.
Playoffs on Thursday. Hey, dial in. Playoffs on Thursday. Playing game against the Walruses. We'll be ready to go. Don't worry.
Like, I'm just trying to think of because here's the thing. Like, that is huge. Now, it might be a little bit of recency bias.
Maybe.
But
I mean, like, think about this. This is history.
Yes, it is. I mean,
Reid.
There might be. What does he say? Yeah, like, are there Olympic relay moments that might
beat it?
Beat it. But you know what, Benny? I'm gonna say just because of the shock value of it all, just because it wasn't a hockey moment and it wasn't an Olympic moment.
Mm-hmm.
To have Stefan Eustachio score the game-winning goal at the World Cup, in which Canada is one of the host cities.
Yes.
I mean, that raises it to a new level.
Like this is the biggest tournament in the world outside of the Olympics.
And it's a history-making shot.
Yep.
And literally World Cup history. That was the first time in extra time after the 90th minute.
In injury time.
Right.
It was an injury time.
It was an injury time, but it was that a goal had been scored for the first time ever for a team to advance.
Yes.
Like, there's so many layers of history that are being made by this Canadian men's national soccer team that I'd have to buy. Sure. I'm going to buy.
Okay.
And like I said, part of it is the shock value or this, that this is soccer.
Yep.
Okay. This country and this sporting landscape is dominated by hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And I would even say second in command would be football. Maybe even NBA. Like,
sure.
Soccer has not been on the radar for quite a while.
Yep.
Right? And to see what Canada's doing now, and now the round of 16, I mean, I don't know that anybody would have said that before this tournament. To say, hey, Canada's going to make it to the round of 16. You'd say, no.
No.
I mean, I wonder what the odds would have been on that.
Yeah.
So that's a great buying or selling, Benny. I'm going to buy.
Okay. So you're buying that one?
Yeah.
Shifting gears here. We're going to the Oilers. Listen, the whipping boy here for many years has been Darnell Nurse. And there's talks that he's going to be traded. We expect him to be traded. I don't know if it gets done before July 1, but to me, it would just be really awkward for Darnell Nurse to be an Edmonton Oilers next year. Like, after all the circus that's gone on with the reports and everything, how he wants out, he's most likely going to be traded this offseason. Buying or selling, Jay, Evan Bouchard will take over as the whipping boy here in Edmonton with Nurse gone.
Well, I guess first I'll clarify. Darnell Nurse was a whipping boy because of his contract.
Yes. Very good point.
Which I've always found that to be unfair to Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse is a totally fine and overly adequate hockey player. It's this contract that he was strapped with, which any player would take.
Yes. By the way, penalty kicks.
It's going to penalty kicks?
Yep.
So will Evan Bouchard take over the reins for Darnell Nurse? Has he not already? Like, has Evan Bouchard not one of the most polarizing players
around
that
the
Edmonton Oilers? Sure.
Around the NHL.
I mean, obviously, we see a lot of it here because it's right in our backyard. But I think Evan Bouchard may have already taken over the reins of that. And part of the reason is just because of the lack of accountability with a player like Evan Bouchard. Okay? He should have probably won the Norris Trophy based on his points, but his defensive issues, especially earlier on in the season, just soured people towards him. Right? That's a fact.
Yes.
Because if you just look at his offensive production, he's the best offensive defenseman in hockey. That's not even debatable. But now that Mike Babcock's here, so I'm sort of trying to change this because I think Evan Bouchard was already, Darnell Nurse, you knew what you were getting.
Right.
Evan Bouchard, I feel like there was this thought that, you know what, he'll get it. He'll have that aha moment and he won't turn over the puck, play in, play out. He won't make poor choices on the power play. But it just, I will say he did get better as the season went on, which has happened before with him. But I think that has already happened. You?
It's definitely, he's obviously been heavily talked about from working the pre and post game shows. Yeah, like there was not. I don't think there was a night where we didn't talk about Evan Bouchard. Now, the thing with being a whipping boy is that it's like, oh, everyone likes to bash on that guy and whatever. And with Darnell Nurse, yes, majority of the bashing was because of his contract. But he also, when you're getting paid that much, you're expected to be a top pairing defenseman. He was not a top pairing defenseman. He's a number 4, maybe 5, right? With Darnell Nurse, there wasn't a whole lot of upside with him. There wasn't a whole lot of moments where you're going, oh my God, okay, there you go. There's Darnell Nurse that we've all been looking for. He's been trying to fill up those big shoes of $9.25 million, and he hasn't been able to do that pretty much his whole time in Edmonton. With Evan Bouchard, at least there are moments where you go, okay, that's the defenseman we're looking for. That's the guy. Oh, okay, that's the $10.5 million. One of the best defensemen in the NHL we're looking for. So I think that's what makes this so polarizing and so fun to talk about. It's because there are the moments where you go, oh wow, this defenseman is exactly what everyone's looking for. But yes, the lows are low with him. To me, and I think we've talked about this on all of our shows. You gotta learn to accept it. This is just him.
Okay, but is it just him? That's a great point because year in, year out, it's usually the same.
Yep.
High expectations. Results are mixed, and there's usually a couple really big stinkers mixed along the way with Evan Bouchard. Is Mike Babcock going to change that? Because as of right now, the focus has been on Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid saying, no, we're going to buy in defensively. But I don't think the conversation's flipped sides to a player like Evan Bouchard, who could also really benefit for a more defensive first-minded approach.
To me, it's funny. I've talked about this a lot with my buddies off the air. About I think Mike Babcock makes or breaks Evan Bouchard. To me, the type of coach he is, I think he either makes Evan Bouchard a fantastic defensive hockey mind as well as the offensive side, or he completely ruins him. and it's just downhill for Evan Bouchard. I don't know. We'll ultimately see. But I will look at the fact that Evan Bouchard has been coached by one of the best defenseman to ever play the game and played a very similar style to Evan Bouchard in Paul Coffey. He had Paul Coffey to lean on for these past couple of years, although Paul Coffey was never an X's and O's guy. Mike Babcock will certainly be that for this team. Paul Coffey was a hype man. He was there to get in his ear and tell him, hey, good passer. Oh, hey, kid, that's probably not the right pass you made there, whatever. So I think Babcock could help him, but he could also break him. But I think seeing what we've seen with Paul Coffey's influence on Evan Bouchard, I don't know if the defensive gaffes that he has are ever going to be taken out of him.
Now, with that being said, is that just not a potential thing in his game to try and grow his defensive approach because he is such an offensive person? That's always going to be there. You don't want to play a player as a head coach. You don't want to put a player in a position where they're playing outside of their comfort zone. Jason Dickinson alluded to that in a lot of his interviews, speaking even after the fact of signing and things like that. Like all the time about this Mike Babcock situation.
Are you asking if he's even got that in there?
That's sort of what it is. Now, if that's true or whatever, and they hit the ice and we start to see, maybe Evan Bouchard can't play this role that Mike Babcock potentially wants him to do. No. Could we see his ice time be brought back and see a player like Connor Murphy get more ice time because
that's the question.
Wants to anchor it down on the back end?
Would Mike Babcock be willing to restrict his minutes based off his play, which is called accountability? Penalties here.
Wow.
Germany.
What a save.
Germany first to quick.
Whoever Gill is for Paraguay.
You guys should go full accent.
You should just commentate this in whatever accent you feel.
Germany can't get it done.
You see,
great stop by the keeper.
All right, Matt, you're ahead of us. So you, no, that's fine. Just,
stop being so excited, Matt.
So that was the first kicker?
Yes.
So right now, Germany has missed on their first shot.
I mean, I searched this up. Nolan from St. Albert in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox says, I think the next whipping boy is Wallman. That's a very good one. That's
saddle to that contract. See, that's the thing. Whipping boys. It's all dependent on the amount of money you make.
Yep.
Why?
That's true. It's true. I mean, Bouchard makes more, but Wallman is, there's
in the grand scheme of things, like Trent Frederick probably should be the whipping boy, but he just doesn't make enough. Like seriously, it's just not enough money to raise a stink about. All right, Paraguay
comes
kicker.
in. Goal!
Mauricio. This is riveting.
Absolutely riveting.
What a stash that guy's got. Good for him.
Daniel in Heritage Valley says, can I ask you, how are you guys dealing with the insane amount of mosquitoes? Well, Dan, that was the off-topic topic today for our good friends over at William Huff. It was send in your mosquito hacks.
Yep.
What have we heard thus far, Benny? We heard about these, what are they called, Coob? The
coils.
Coils?
Apparently the coils. Now, Nash and Whitecourt sent this in earlier. I don't know if he's still listening, but if he is, please expand on this. He said, you need a thermocell. We sit it on the edge of the hot tub. Works great. I need to know what. Ooh. I guess there's a way to find out what's a thermocell.
Google.com.
The port. Yeah, I think this is what I have. Like, because mine is based off of our propane tank. Germany's second shot.
Oh, okay. Is that not cheating?
I don't like the stutter.
I hate that. That's stupid.
He somewhat stops, right?
Yes.
Fake shot.
Germany.
A portable heat-activated device that repels mosquitoes by creating an invincible, scent-free 15 to 20-foot protective zone around you. So it's powered by a small butane cartridge or a standard camping gas canister. The heat activates a small disposable mat treated with a synthetic version of naturally occurring repellent. Interesting. So now it's... What, 1-1?
1-1. Paraguay going for their second kick.
Second shot coming up. Yeah, I would just run at that thing and blast it.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Too easy. Paraguay.
Was that Gomez?
Something like that. I'm rooting for Paraguay, man.
Well, that's the thing is when these games get into penalties, it's anybody's guess.
Dude, you're...
So if you're joining us here right now on the Reid Wilkins Show, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching on YouTube, hammer that thumbs up. We are getting close. Let's do a late rally here. We've got about half hour left in the show. Let's try to get to our goal of 100 thumbs for young Benny Boy and myself. Reid Wilkins will be back in the chair tomorrow. We are live watching this is the first penalties
kicks of the World
game
Cup?
in the World Cup thus far.
Come on, let's see this.
Oh boy.
Almost had it.
Paraguay's keeper.
Almost had that one.
He sniffed it out.
I mean, he already did a good job of making the first save, so.
Well, yeah, I guess now Paraguay just doesn't need to screw up. I really, that's one thing I've learned about soccer throughout this World Cup experience.
Yeah.
Is don't raise your kids to be soccer goalies. It's a thankless job.
It is.
Like, your only reason that you would stop this is if you guess.
Yes.
Right. I mean, like, do you think they did video on these shooters before? You know, like, I don't know how extensive it is. But even if a striker's bearing down on you and sends a bullet.
I mean, too easy.
Paraguay,
Too easy.
Paraguay. See, he gets wrong.
Exactly.
Like, Paraguay, like, dribbled it over the line.
It is fully a guessing game for sure. Anytime I've seen any penalty kick, it's always been the guy jumping to the opposite side of where the ball.
Yeah, and that was a cheeky play.
Cheeky play there by the Paraguay player.
Are you doing your finish?
I was gonna say I was getting close to my Finnish accent there.
Oh, don't worry, just lump them all together. Yeah.
What accent?
Someone that sits in this very chair does a lot of that.
He likes to. He likes to. Yes. Nice mustache on this fella from
There you
Germany.
go, Germany.
Waltmed.
You're German, Coob. You could do a.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, I can't do a German accent.
Look at this.
Game. That's 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 gotta be game. That's gotta be game.
Like, what are these?
That's gotta be game.
The Germans have just kept stutter stepping up to the ball.
Paraguay
like
looks like they'll upset Germany.
Can I go home?
One of their next two, and they're done.
Yeah.
So if Paraguay scores on the next goal,
it's over.
It's over.
Look at the baby. That baby's.
Wow. Think that baby remembers it?
Hell no. That's okay.
No.
Wait.
Join
Shut
us
the door.
in here.
Shut the door.
Come in
Shut
here.
the door. Shut the, yeah,
Come
yeah,
in
come,
here,
come in
Matt.
here. Come in here.
Come in
Matt.
here. Watch
come
it with us.
Come in here. Come here.
Not listening.
This guy, man. It's about to happen right about now. So this is not good. I don't want to know. Please, hush, hush.
He's gonna get excited.
Come on.
Paraguay with a goal.
Line up for the kick.
Can defeat Germany.
Come on. End it.
Oh my gosh.
He missed.
He missed.
No.
Maddie's getting so excited.
That means Germany has to score on this next one, correct?
Germany has to score.
Germany has to score their next kick.
Oh my
They
god.
have to.
3 of 4
missed.
total
Okay.
shots in for Paraguay. 2 of 4.
Oh,
Germany has
boy.
to score. Backs up against the wall. Who's going to be the next shooter? The next kicker? Determine Germany's fate.
Oh,
Match at the door. So.
He's absolving himself from any onus.
Come on. Let's go.
Oh, there's a
Paraguay.
good stare down coming here from Paraguay's keeper.
It's
Look at
all
this.
mind games. It's all mind games.
He's got a cheeky look on him.
Here we go. Come on.
Germany needs to score to stay in this match.
Paraguay.
If Paraguay stops this shot, Germany
Get her done.
is eliminated
Get her done.
from the World Cup.
Imagine a big save here. Oh my God, this is insane. Come on.
Germany scores.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I'm
Hey,
ahead
stay
on
here.
my
Come join
You're
us.
ahead?
thing too. Yeah.
Look
yeah,
away.
yeah, yeah.
Look
I'm
away.
looking away.
Yeah,
I changed the tab.
Where are you watching?
The current score. I was checking the lineup of who shot. I turned it off. I turned it away. I turned it
It's
aside.
like you're doing your job.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thanks, Coop.
Yeah,
Stop
exactly.
it.
We're at a sports station. I'm gonna spoil it, Jay.
Okay, that's fine.
Just kidding.
Okay. Come
Okay, well, this is it.
on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on.
If Paraguay
German
scores,
goalkeeper
scores,
needs
they
to
win.
stop.
The goaltender. Goaltender. The keeper.
like I
The
don't
keeper
see
looks
how
nervous.
Paraguay can miss this.
Come on, Paraguay. Come on.
You already had your miss.
Come on. Get her done.
Please miss.
Get her done. Get her done.
Selfishly, I need this for my parlay.
Paraguay.
Come on.
Paraguay. Paraguay.
Oh my
This
God!
is
The
insane.
keep. No.
This is insane.
Balbuena.
Okay, Germany has stopped the final attempt by Paraguay to keep this going.
What a guess.
What a guess. What a save. I take back everything I said about goaltenders. Well, no, it's just so hard. But he guessed right.
Nua.
What are you doing?
Nua knew where that one was going.
Okay, so now is it sudden death?
Sudden death kicks.
Of Bayern Munich.
This is insane.
Oh my
gosh.
This is insane. This is insane.
Germany.
This German
Can
goalie.
Germany come back?
This German keeper might turn into a hero.
Holy smokes, what a save.
Wow.
Germany, extra kicks. This is a 6th kick for Germany. Approaching.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he missed. And he missed. He sails it. He Roberto Baggio'd it right over the net.
Okay, here's my question. Why would you...
I knew that would get him out of his hole.
Why would you do that?
Why would you do what?
Why would you? Well, I understand that he didn't.
He's trying to score,
I
Ben.
understand he's trying to miss.
He's trying
the
to get
net.
a top corner.
But why would you even go for top corner?
It's a
guessing game either way,
maybe
man.
he's new to soccer.
It's a guessing game either way. See, this is the guy that doesn't know anything about soccer yelling at the TV. But like, this is like
that was like an Alex Chase on.
It's the pressure of your nation on your shoulders.
You go along the line. It's a 50-50.
He wanted to just hammer it home.
Maybe he chipped. Okay, this is
come on, Paraguay. Paraguay, come on.
They score. It's game over.
Come on.
Yeah! Germany is officially eliminated.
Yes.
From the 2026 World Cup on penalties. Paraguay advancing to the round of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why you got to tune in. That was incredible.
Well, they're going to play.
My heart is pounding. Who are they going to play, Coop?
Either France or Sweden. So
there you go.
Okay. So this is on the opposite bracket of Canada, right?
No, same side bracket.
Same bracket.
So
is that Germany was a stronger team.
Yeah.
By quite a decent margin.
Wow.
As well. It's quite the upset in the round of 32 at the World Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is fantastic. Thank you for being a part of that. I hope you were all watching at home as well. That's
awesome.
That's so exhilarating. I mean, I wonder if you can go back now. Like, think of all the German supporters now are going to go back and do a deep dive on these guys kicking these penalties and just scorched earth them. I feel bad for them because they are about to be in pain on social media for a while, especially the guy that did the old Baggio.
Yeah.
Now, Maddie, Roberto Baggio, was that 92 World Cup? 94 World Cup final. Italy. Sends it 20 feet over the net. You just don't get to see
Jose
that.
Canale, number 13 for Paraguay, the hero.
And Jonathan says, I think Germany is 12th in the world. Right.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Well, I mean, hey, if you're a Canadian soccer fan, which we're learning most of us are, and you're on this, call it the wagon.
Yeah.
We're all on it. That is what can happen in an elimination game. If it gets into this territory where you're into penalties, anything can happen.
Canada's greater than Germany.
Canada is officially
the better
Canada
soccer
is
nation.
up here, soccer world-wise. Germany's down here. That is a fact. As of right now, that is a fact. Canada made the round of 16. Germany is out. Canada's better. I mean, we can't just...
Well, they had injuries.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Whew. All right, we better take a break because we've got more reaction to this Paraguay Germany thriller. We've got words of the day. I'm going to ask Benny words of the day today. They were sent in by a Bootski.
Oh boy!
So we'll see how that goes. It's okay. I mean, we're just going to have fun with it. Thanks for riding along with us. This is the Reid Wilkins Show coming to you live from Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice and only choice for Edmonton sports. Let's hit it up for the coup.
Paraguay advances 4-3 on penalty kicks over Germany. We'll move on to play one of France or Sweden. Next Saturday, and Canada awaits their next opponent. Whoever wins tonight's match between Morocco and the Netherlands will play Canada on Saturday. And for the Oilers, they've issued qualifying offers to Colton Dock, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All four players are pending restricted free agents. For the Elks, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to the practice roster. The 25-year-old suited up in 2 preseason games with the Elks this year. Over to baseball. The Jays in action against the Mets for the first of 3 total games in their series. Toronto looking to brush off a 7-game slide. Top of the second, Jays up 1-0. And around the majors, a handful of games underway. It's the Yankees down 1-0 to the Tigers. Top of the second, while top of the fourth, Phillies with a 5-run lead on the Pirates. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission is needed to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at ParamountFlooring.ca. More with Jay and Benny on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
The oil stream.
Doc, don't mind. Here's hoping that he signs. I like him as a player.
I think that's something that gets done, right?
I think he's wanting to be here in Edmonton. But Jorventi, that whole situation still kind of confuses me. And then Spencer Stastny. When he came in, kind of like a lot of players when the Oilers, there was like, oh, you know what? The Oilers actually did okay with this. And then
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, Ben Thomson, and Zachary Kubish. Our apologies go to the fine people and staff of Benjamin Moore.
Yes.
Located right below us here at the EST Global HQ. As they could hear every scream, shout, and reaction loud and clear.
To the game.
So, sorry about that.
These walls are pretty thin, I guess you could say.
So
You would
Koob,
know, Benny.
I would know.
You've got the bracket up.
That I do.
So what's this look like now? So Canada, we know, is going to, they've already advanced to the round of 16. They'll be taking on the winner of Netherlands, Morocco, which you can find tonight, 7 p.m., of which I from what I understand, this is the most highly contested game in the round of 32. It could go either way. Jay's Play of the Day, presented by Play Alberta, by the way, has that listed as a draw. So Netherlands, Morocco, draw, which means it just needs to get to extra time. That's been boosted to plus 226. Koob, what's the rest of that bracket look like? Like if we're continuing on, we know now that Paraguay has advanced and will face the winner of who?
They will face the winner of France or Sweden. So that game goes tomorrow at 3 o'clock. And Paraguay will next be in action 3 p.m. on Saturday, just 4 hours after Canada plays. So if Canada is able to move past either Netherlands or Morocco, they will face one of France, Sweden, or Paraguay in the semis.
Right. So
that's what it's
French
looking like.
Supporters,
The path currently.
Swedish supporters are probably looking at this saying, "Oh boy!" But I mean, Paraguay just knocked off the number 12 ranked world or team in the world. So they're obviously playing some good football right now as well. All right. A reminder, you are joining us. You are watching us live from the Canadian Brewhouse studio. We're the wing flavor of the month. The Maui pineapple, last day to get that. It's going to be tomorrow. And portions of this hour are brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. The Edmonton Elks Salute to Service game presented by Yeg Plus is July 9th at 7 p.m. Lock in your seats during the kickoff to summer sale. Select seats are $20 for adults and $10 for kids. Get there early and experience the Brick Kid Zone as well as a pregame flyover. Ooh. I mean, $20 for an adult. $10 for kids. This is July 9th. From what I can see from the weather, we should be through all the rain by the end of this week.
Yes.
And into early mid-July looks pretty nice.
We didn't get to the third buying or selling that we have for David Bunting, but it was a text from John of St. Albert.
Hit me.
His text says, if the Edmonton Elks win on Saturday in Kelowna, do you think the attendance will be big on Thursday, July 9th, or the same old attendance? This has been an interesting debate in my head too, because to me the lack of attendance has come from mainly my age group.
Does it matter if the Elks win on Saturday?
Yes.
Or do you think,
yes,
hey guys, it's like July 9th is, sorry, forgive me, July 9th, that is a Thursday night.
Yeah.
If it's a nice Thursday night evening, are you going to say, hey, fellas, let's get down to Commonwealth and go watch this team?
It would have been bigger if it was a Friday night or Saturday.
Sure.
It would have been. But to me, winning football will put butts in seats. I truly believe that. Yes, you can go down the whole is the quality of the game, all that stuff. I'm seeing what got me into going to Riverhawks games was first hearing, oh, they're actually good this year. And that was the talk around. My buddies going oh, they're actually a good team this year. Let's go watch. Now, I'll sit here and say when you're at a baseball game, at least especially the Riverhawks one, when they lose, I'm not sitting there going, I'm walking out like it's Rogers Place and it's an Oilers game. It's not one of those things. But winning football to me will bring back people. They want to be around a good environment. They want to be around people.
Everybody
cheering.
wants to support a winner.
Exactly.
Right? That's just human nature.
Yes.
Now, that's the biggest question going, Ben, is if this team can go into BC, and I think they can, and get the victory, because that defense,
not very good.
When you're going up against the best running back in the CFL.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the Elks have the number one defense in the CFL right now. Yep. I think the Elks can go in there and win.
Yep.
Okay. Does that change things? Does that mean that lower bowl is closer to 25,000 people in the stadium, which I think would be an outstanding size of a crowd? I guess we'll have to wait and see, because that's been the narrative.
Yeah.
Win and they'll come back. Okay, will they? Because if July 9th is a nice, beautiful evening, I get there's a knock on it because it's a Thursday.
Yeah.
But if it's a beautiful evening, the Elks are 4-0.
Yeah, that's my thing. Four games is a threshold for like fans to go, okay, this team's different.
Because I mean that's and they're hosting the Red Blacks, who might be 0-4.
They're 0-3. Yeah, they could potentially go 0-4.
That should be a win,
right? So you'd be looking at that, licking your chops, saying the Elks go to 5-0.
Right?
Are you going to be there? That's the question.
Right.
I mean, hey, I'll tell you one thing: the Elks are trying their best to get butts in seats. $20 for an adult, $10 for a kid. I mean, no disrespect to other, no disrespect to university sports in this city, but you can't go to a university game for that price.
Yeah.
So there's no excuse. You can't say, oh, it's too expensive. They're trying.
Yeah.
They're doing everything they can to get butts in seats. They're also winning. Even if they lose this week to BC, you can't take away that they're 3-1.
Yeah.
And going into a game in which they could get to 4-1 against a lesser quality opponent in Ottawa.
100%.
And let's just hope the weather holds up as well. Of
course.
Like right now, my weather app says 65% chance of rain, 19 degrees, low of 12 degrees. That home opener.
That was awful.
And hopefully
that was a monsoon.
Yeah, which never ever helps. So hope Mother Nature is on the side of things as well, because people showed up for tailgate, and people around tailgate said, like, okay, I'm here right now. I'm enjoying the party, but I don't think I'm going to go inside the stadium.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you have a ticket, right?
Well, and there's no excuse to say that the tickets are too expensive.
No.
I mean, you're
zero.
watching
No.
professional sports for a family of 4 for $60. That's pretty affordable.
And don't you get LRT service as well
Yep.
with the ticket
Sure.
included?
And it's
Which
the experience.
makes it easier.
Go to the tailgate, do all that. Go see our boys down at the tailgate.
Vincenzo says in the nasty chat, even last year when they started winning some games, the crowds were not bad.
Well, that's a good point, Vincenzo, because you're right. When the Labor Day rematch where they came back, I think that lower bowl was sold out or darn close to it. That's a great question. Who was the texter?
It was Nolan, or sorry, it was John of St. Albert.
Okay, that's a great question because that's been the biggest hiccup for this team is that they haven't been able to win. Now it looks like they are. And I'm going to say this, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I don't care.
Yes.
Because it's the truth and it's beautiful to watch for football, is that the Elks defense is for real.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know what wins championships, Benny.
Defense.
There you go. So stay tuned. We'll see how it goes this weekend. Keep in mind that the Commonwealth Stadium Green and Gold Kickoff Show will be live here. Matthew Wannick and myself will be right here in studio at 4 o'clock to get you set for that 5 o'clock kickoff out in Kelowna, the Touchdown Kelowna series. All right, let's get to the final segment of the show. We've got the words of the day coming up where I will be asking Benny the words of the day provided by Abutski, but we got to hear from the Coob one last time.
Canada awaits their next opponent in the World Cup. Whoever wins tonight between Morocco and the Netherlands will take on Canada on Saturday. And Germany was upset by Paraguay 4-3 in penalty kicks. Paraguay moving on to face one of France or Sweden next Saturday. And the Oilers, they've issued qualifying offers to Colton Dach, Roby Arventi, Owen Michaels, and Spencer Stastny. All 4 players are pending restricted free agents. For the Double E, they've added American linebacker Jaden Pearson to their practice roster. The 25-year-old played 2 preseason games with the team this year. And for the Jays, they're in action at home to the Mets. 1-0 currently in favor of Toronto, top of the 3rd inning. At that same time, the Rangers and Guardians are deadlocked at zeros, while bottom 2nd, the Nationals trail by 3 to the Red Sox. NBA news, the Grizzlies have traded 2-time NBA All-Star John Morant to the Trailblazers in exchange for Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Words of the day up next. Jay Milne, Ben Thomson, right out. The Reid Wilkins Show. Next up, I'm Zachary Kubich, keeping you up to date.
EST Afternoons.
Can you tell us anything about the Edmonton Oilers draft picks?
Yeah, I think when you look at what Verse Collins was able to do watching him in the USHL, this is a guy that a bunch of players who played against him consider to be the toughest player to play against in the league. That was a guy that I think did earn some first-round consideration. When you look at Malcolm Gastrin, that's a very interesting one because you watch him, very good two-way center.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
This summer, River Cree Resort and Casino welcomes reggae royalty for an evening with one of the world's most inspiring entertainers, Ziggy Marley. 9-time Grammy winner, Emmy winner, activist, storyteller, musician, legend. Ziggy Marley, The Bright Side Tour.
to be true to myself.
July 5th at the River Cree Resort and Casino. Get tickets now at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Welcome back to the Reid Wilkins Show with Jay Milne and Ben Thomson. A reminder that the Reid Wilkins Show and all of Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca/EST for more details. We just saw Paraguay advance to the round of 16 with a major upset over 12th ranked Germany, which is on the same bracket side as Canada. So that makes tonight's game you're going to want to watch because you're going to want to see Netherlands and Morocco and just see the style of play, see how it, for me, I just want to look at the game and see how it matches up to yesterday's game.
Right.
Because although South Africa had more possession time, Canada was the team that had more offensive chances. So I want to see how both these squads play as Canada is set to face the winner of Netherlands and Morocco this Saturday, July 4th, Independence Day in the United States of America. This Saturday, July 4th, 11 a.m. from Houston. Is that the Houston Stadium?
The Houston Stadium?
Houston Stadium. I think that's what they are allowed. Well, it's the NRG or Reliance Stadium where the Houston Texans play. But for the purposes of FIFA, they cannot be affiliated with any H-Town corporate entity. Houston Stadium it is. All right, it is time to get to the words of the day. Brought to you by Edmonton Public Libraries. There's only 1 week left to take advantage of early bird pricing for EPL's after-hours escape room adventure. Locked Library, the bookcase. Whether you're a puzzle pro or just looking for a one-of-a-kind night out, Locked Library offers suspense and unforgettable fun in one of Edmonton's most iconic spaces. Don't miss the event on Saturday, July 25th at the Stanley A. Milne Library. Early bird pricing ends on June 30th. That's tomorrow. So get your tickets now at epl.ca/Locked Library.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What are they going to say?
Say what again?
Say what again? I dare you. Let's find out.
English, do you speak it?
And you know what I'm saying.
What is he? He says, English, do you speak it? Then he says, so the person must say
English person,
Yeah.
Very, very PG.
And then then he says, then you know what I'm saying. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's like, English, do you speak it? Good. Then you know what I'm saying. What movie is that from?
Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
There's a couple words missing.
Oh, is there?
From that scene. Yeah.
Okay, well done,
Can you keep it family friendly?
Bonus for
exactly.
you. You get a bonus sticker today.
Oh,
You've done great work. This has been a fantastic show. Benny Thomson, thank you for joining me. filling the big seat for Reid Wilkins, who will be back tomorrow. A reminder that Edmonton Sports Talk picks things up tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. with the Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, followed by the Lock Shop, Two Guys and a Goalie, right into EST Afternoons, and then the Reid Wilkins Show to take you home. So you got a full day of broadcasting here from Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports. All right, this is Words of the Day, a Bootski edition, number 41 for Ben Thomson.
Let's do it.
First word, twaddle. Twaddle.
Can I hear that one more time?
Sure can. Twaddle. Think of the word, maybe take the T out. Twaddle. Trust yourself.
Okay.
Trust yourself.
Well, I think you gave it away there for me.
I've been known to help people out.
Okay. TWADDLE. Dun, da, da, da. See, I was trying to when I asked you to repeat it, I was trying to figure out if it was T's or D's in the.
Oh, twaddle.
Yeah.
Not twattle.
Yes.
All right. So I'm gonna guess you're gonna want the sentence.
Yep.
Enough of your twaddle, you two. Please get to the point.
Okay. I'm gonna guess it's like getting off topic or like just meandering in a conversation, not being direct. What's a better way to say that? Or maybe
I'm going to give you a half point.
Okay,
I'm going to give you a quarter point.
Okay.
The actual definition is an informal, often old-fashioned term for trivial, silly, or tedious talk or writing.
Okay.
You were getting there.
I was around there. Let's beat the book.
Second word of the day, supercilious.
Supercilious.
Good luck. Supercilious.
I mean, I'm just going to go off of what I think. SUPER. I was debating between S or C in the next one. SILIOUS.
Very good. Very good. You were all around it there, Ben. That's a tough word. SUPERCILL.
Oh, it's double L.
IOUS. The double L and the C.
I was debating between the C and the S on the Okay.
Upon hearing the young server's suggestion, the woman rolled her eyes and clucked her tongue in a supercilious manner.
One more time.
Upon hearing the young server's suggestion, the woman rolled her eyes and clucked her tongue in a supercilious manner.
Very like brash, just very expressive, and a very expressive disagreement in a way, or very trying to sound smart here. Just
it's tough sometimes.
Like just like showing your emotions that you are on the opposite stance of someone. What was it?
Someone who behaves or looks as though they think they are superior to others. Not bad. 1.25 out of 4.
Okay.
I mean, for your first appearance on the Word of the Day, that's pretty darn good, Ben. This has been fantastic. Thank you for joining us on the Reid Wilkins Show. As I mentioned, Canada is going to be watching tonight as the Netherlands take on Morocco, 7 p.m. The winner of that will advance alongside Canada to the round of 16 this Saturday. More Edmonton Sports Talk coming up throughout the night. And don't forget, you can catch the morning show tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. right here on EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Tune in iHeart, YouTube, as well as 95.7 Cruise FM. On behalf of myself, Benny Thomson, Zachary Kubish, have a great night. We'll chat soon.